Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night, depending on where you are in the world today. Welcome to the session 0 of our brand new Hunter the Vigil 2nd edition Monsters of Mayfair Chronicle, I believe is the appropriate term. I'm just going to very quickly do what I need to do on the back end. I'm going to unmute everyone, and we're going to start shooting the shit.
I don't know if it'll hurt my head, but I can still do the grudge noise. Hold on.
I will go through everything with and we're grudge noising.
There we go. Yeah.
Grumble.
I learned how to do that years ago. I can actually get it like all the way right here.
I can't see your cam.
How fucking dare you, you whore.
Wow.
It's erroring out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit funny tonight.
It was for Lime, yeah.
Yeah, it's being a pain.
Well, Lime's internet is doing the thing.
No, that,
the new service.
Lime's
provider.
internet is doing Lime's internet.
Yeah. So, first up, we are in session 0. So this will be slightly different to the way we normally start off our sessions, in that we'll begin things in a bit more of an informal kind of back and forth chat about the game, chat about our characters, set up the characters, and then should have a little bit of time at the end to get dip our toes, so to speak, into some role playing. A couple of things to cover before we get into it. Again, I'll probably cover this at the start of the next session as well. But we are playing Chronicles of Darkness, and it is Hunter the Vigil 2nd edition. It is set in Victorian London, 1890s, kind of that sort of vibe. So we are playing with some of our own material that we're kind of testing, which, assuming that this all goes well and everyone enjoys it, we will eventually be putting the playtest material up for other people to utilize as well. We will also be using our own compact, which I'll get into that in a minute as to what that actually means. All of which will be available, as I said, elsewhere as and when testing it. So, first of all, I know that most of us have some experience of Chronicles of Darkness. Is there anyone who's not dabbled with it before?
Double.
No, I've never played any of these games. I don't know what you're talking about. Never. I've never played a single one of these games. Why does my eye hurt all of a sudden?
All right,
Because you had a fucking migraine.
No, it was a reference to Werewolf.
My bad. Yeah.
That's true. Listen, it was a worthy
Callback.
sacrifice. Okay.
It was. I kept you alive despite you not wanting to be.
It's not your fault. He's a bitch.
Oh,
Lime!
It's a lime.
it is lime. A cheeky one. less.
Such a game.
I'm just kidding.
So we haven't really covered too much yet. I'm just your avatar pops up. It might just be played. Oh.
You two mofos over there really looking like twins.
I know.
Very close, aren't they?
What's even better is like the angle that the pictures are set up is like they're kind of facing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, wasn't intentional.
No,
It's
it's good.
hilarious. It's a hilarious accident.
That's a fun little design thing. Nothing fixes lime.
No. It might just be a time thing.
Need to go to the
Unfixable.
I'm very
I
quiet.
got a
for
golf
everyone
club.
else.
Yes.
Mm.
Yep. Okay. Let me know in stream as well if I'm being exceptionally quiet. Apparently, it has a tendency to be quiet for stream and not for everyone in the Discord unless I am kind of like right up against my microphone as well. So, first things first. Should all have the game link. You should all be in the game. Should all have a sheet as well.
For us, real quick cheeky sound test. If I could have Zhang speak first for like 5 seconds and then in order, somebody else speak after him so we can find levels. Let's say the same thing he does.
Okay, this is a mic check. Counting 1, 3, 4, 5.
This is mic check, checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is a mic check. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is a mic check. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is a mic check. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Y'all got to experience technical things today.
Hey, it's session
never do
0 is
that.
what we do.
We
I-
never actually do sound checks. What the
I
fuck?
know. Hopefully that's
We just go in and I have to yell at you in the chat to deep throat your mic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're
We
about
do that in
20%
order without
quieter than
speaking
everybody
over
else.
each other.
I am.
Amazing.
Zhang, you're always quiet than everyone else in stream. I've tried to mention it in past games, so.
Yeah, I don't know why
Mhm.
it's like it's
Oh, I sit there in the chat in all chaps and yell at it. All chaps?
chaps?
All caps. And so
Hey!
I sit in the chat in all caps and just scream at him to deep throat his mic all the time.
Gotta hit him
Brother,
with that Gluck Gluck 9000.
like, brother, hock 2 of that shit, alright?
Okay.
Like, come on.
Guys.
Let me see if that helps fix it. Let me
You
know.
gotta make sure the session 0 notes are just as spicy as the rest, baby.
So let's have a quick look. Who's actually done some stuff on their character yet? I'm gonna check Sass's because there's probably dots on there. There are dots.
I'm gonna tell you right now, brother, I have done nothing.
It's okay. That was kind of the point, is to utilize the session 0 to do that. So you guys have your concepts, right? Your ideas of what you want to be. Okay, cool.
Nope.
Sort of, yeah.
As a person, as opposed to as
The role in the group.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing to do is to come up with your concept for your character, who they are, what they're into. Obviously, this is before we get into hunting bad guy, creatures from the void or whatever. So this is who they are before their eyes have been lifted, I guess. If you have an idea, great. If not, let's vibe some of these out. In addition, it says to choose a concept, but I would say have a think about what you want to do for your virtues, your vice, and your touchstones. If you recall, touchstones are the thing that keeps you anchored, focused on the fact that you are a human, stops you going mad, and potentially losing integrity in this one. So what ideas have we got? I know
I'm a smuggler type.
Mm-hmm.
So because I normally go charisma, I'm going to go a bit more dexterous. I want to play a slightly older gentleman, not like decrepit old, but old, like your age. And then
I was going to say late 30s. Yeah.
Yeah, late 30s, early 40s. I'm thinking like old for a Victorian person, but still working age. And he spent his life basically from young working with different criminal elements, smuggling things on narrowboats, and usually when he finds himself in London, he also does cab driving with the horses to make some money, and also just kind of a criminal element, I guess.
Okay. So I would say concept is smuggler, or that would probably work for that. Sorry, I only just saw on the camera that side of it. It took me a while to respond.
Straining
I'm sorry.
so hard.
I'm so sorry.
He held that for like a solid 2 minutes.
I'm very sorry. Let's open up your sheet actually. Line. So you happy with that for your concept for the smuggler?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Your virtues and your vice, are you familiar with those? You remember what they were?
Kind of remember, but I don't know if they're different for humans.
It's pretty much the same stuff. So you can either use the ones that are in the book, I think. Let me have a quick check on here. Anchors, virtues, vice. So your virtues. So whilst your character's virtue is undeniably a positive influence in their life, they should be absolutely be able to fulfill their virtue while suffering a breaking point. Even virtues can drive people to do terrible things. When your character acts in accordance with their virtue in a way that poses difficulty or risk to their personal safety, they regain all their spent willpower, and you can regain this up to twice per chapter. Example virtues, and you can come up with your own, but the examples are competitive, generous, just, loyal, and patient. I think there are more in the Chronicles.
I think I'll make it simple. I think I like the idea of patient. I like the idea of my character's just used to taking his time because he has to wait for like police to move around, or like he has to just go down. He's up and down the canals all the time, and I imagine that takes some patience and whatnot as he's kind of delivering stuff and dealing with erratic people and gangsters all the time. He probably has to kind of have a patient element with him. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I guess I try and make him a bit more calmer in demeanor.
So under this, just to give you an idea, your character is a solid rock, waiting for the right moment to act or accepting of others who take their time. They do not fluster easily, and they make sure to take careful consideration before committing to an action. You regain willpower when you miss an opportunity for a personal goal whilst waiting for something or someone else. So, yeah.
Okay,
What's
I'll
that?
try. I think I can. How do you spell patient? As in
P-A-T.
P-A-T.
IENT.
Thank you.
Vice is the personality trait that your character falls back on when they're taking the easy way out. Indulging your vice is a cop-out to avoid dealing with your feelings and problems. It makes you feel better for that moment, even if it's self-destructive, but it's not healthy behavior in the long term. Whenever your character indulges their vice, they regain 1 spent willpower point, but it doesn't have to pose any difficulty or risk. So the examples here, and I've just found like a really, really big list of these, but the ones that are highlighted in the Hunter book are ambitious, arrogant, cruel, lazy, or violent.
I think because I already thought about some of my characters history, I'm going to go cruel.
Okay, cool. Your character has a mean
Patient and
streak.
cruel is a dangerous combination.
It really is. The first instinct is to twist the knife and inflict pain, even when a character begs for mercy. They might habitually refuse surrender in combat or be the bastard boss who humiliates employees just because it makes them feel better. Regain a willpower point when you needlessly victimize someone in your power. And lastly, your touchstone is the term used for someone a hunter feels safe around when they're not spending time elbow deep in monster guts and thwarting demonic sacrifices. Your fellow hunters do not qualify. You trust your cellmates with your deepest secrets in your life every time you hunt, and you already have a common bond. So it's essentially who centers you, I would say. Now, you can generate more touchstones, but
I think again, keep it simple. I'll have a sister.
okay.
A sister back up north who's not part of the criminal stuff. Someone that I, chat with and visit. She's got her own life, that kind of thing. But
Yeah, that sounds good.
maybe a place I go if I need a break from the fucking being underground all the time.
Mm-hmm. Like, she's probably aware that you're a bit sketchy, but
Yeah, she definitely knows I'm a criminal, but like she isn't. Like she's probably married, has kids, full family, and all that, and I just visit every now and then, and it's just that, and I'm fine with that. I
Nice.
don't see a place for touchstone. Am I?
so
I don't
what
think there
we
was last time either.
yeah, what we were doing last time. Now you'll note as well that we don't have a hunter specific sheet. So what I would say is, because I've got yours open at the moment, just put it on the last line of specializations for now, on the right hand side, about
Okay.
2/3 of the way down, just to keep that simple, stupid. All right. Anyone else got any ideas for their characters in that sense?
Enid is very much curious about where her sister's gone, so she's going in that direction to start out with.
Mhm.
So definitely long-term goal for her is going to be find out the whereabouts of Edith
Okay.
and what happened to her.
If you're interested as well, this is in page 75 of the book, so you can see this yourself.
Yeah. So for her virtue, I'm thinking of going just for justice.
Sense of fairness and justice drives
Sense of fairness.
this character. They want everyone to get what they deserve and will stick their neck out to make sure it happens. You get willpower back when you set your own goals aside to ensure justice is done.
She's going to be arrogant or prideful as well.
Ooh. Okay.
And
Yep.
I'm waffling between your rock and in on it as my touchstone.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they do have the examples. Yep, that's fair.
So either way, it's going to be her fiance, aka husband.
Okay.
Because there's a jump between session, like the seance, and when we actually get into
Correct.
it, right?
So session 1 is going to be set, assuming we get to the roleplay stuff today, is essentially going to be set like a few months at least after what happens. So you will go from having the seance to skipping. Let's just say 3 months, where you have some time to have sort of worked together, and we will. We'll do that.
Y'all get invited to a wedding in that 3 months, just FYI.
Maybe I'm the help. I don't get invited to shit.
You're serving hors d'oeuvres.
I'm stuck in the basement trying to clean the fucking baseboards.
Why is Lime's thing not showing? What is...
You want to leave and rejoin?
Not yet.
It's because I'm in the shadows, I'm hiding.
You're in the veil.
I'm patient. I'm getting there.
Okay.
And for her
Anyone else?
personality,
Sorry.
go, it's fine.
No, I was
She-
going
go,
to
go.
say anyone
Very
else have any
much-
problems as well? Yeah.
Yeah, she very much grew up as to become the housewife type. But she's found in her husband that she's actually able to learn how to do other things as well. So she actually has a supportive husband.
Aw. We love that for queens.
So she's branching out. That's it for me.
Okay.
Did you
Try
relate what-
rejoining Lime.
Sorry, did you
You were
say
saying,
rejoin?
Brett?
I can relate what I've designed Silas off of.
Yeah, he said rejoin Lime.
Lummy.
Go for it, Brad. Yep.
Prior to 1972, there was an order of the Catholic Church called the Ostari.
Okay.
They were ordained, but they were not priests. Their sum total job is they originally would stand at the doors with this nice marble mallet, and if you tried to rush the church to burn it down, they'd whack you with it. I took that idea and I applied it to a person, which the concept is called Ostari, but it was originally a good man.
Okay.
Where it's, and it also made sense because he's from the United States, that he'd be arrogant, but also because of past horse thievery, it would be patient as well.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you just explain that the Catholic Church used to have bouncers?
Yes.
Yes, they used to, and the primary reason was because in England for a solid 300 years, they would execute priests.
Oh, like I understood that. It's just wild to me that they had bouncers.
It's not
With
surprising to me.
mallets. I don't know if it's surprising exactly. It's just wild.
It's just one of those things that's so out of pocket that it could only be Catholic.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I love
Nobody
it.
expects the Catholic bouncers.
Oh my
Like the
God.
fucking
Especially-
Dybbuk box.
Yep. And my favorite part is that their primary weapon was a mace made out of black marble.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. Do we all have one now?
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
One what?
Do we all have a
Virtue Vice.
Virtue's Vice touchstone, or do we have anyone who needs some more work on it, or some talking out?
I am working on creating a touchstone.
Okay.
I'm floating back and forth between the virtue and vice because two people have now said patient, and I'm like,
Would it help you to know what I chose?
probably.
So my virtue is generous,
Okay.
and my vice is cruel.
Okay, so
Generous
we got
and
some-
cruel. Oh, I got some cruel people in this group.
My
The
thing,
rich one's gonna be the nicest one here. I love that.
my thing that I kept looking at, the reason I kept looking at patient for Vidoma is because the thing of like you don't fluster easily and you're willing to take your time. Like, I say this jokingly, but genuinely, in this time, she would have been like a 3rd or 4th class citizen. She is literal gutter trash. So like, it makes sense for her not to be easily shaken because her
I think
literal
it's perfectly fine for
everyday.
you to take patient with other people taking patient. I think it actually
There's competitive
works-
too.
works well in a strange way, and especially if some of the members don't have it. If 3 of us are patient and 2 of them are not, that would also be quite fun. But I don't think it's too much of an issue.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if there's overlap or not on these at all.
It's just
Yeah.
ways of getting willpower back more than anything, and like
Correct.
roleplay.
The only thing I think that's bothering me is like the vice at this point then, because I genuinely, none of these feel like her.
Make your own. They're just examples.
Yes, they are just examples, and in fact,
My brain works better with examples.
yeah, hang on,
Same, honestly, same.
hang on.
It's why I liked the whole like ideas thing for ideals, bonds, and stuff for 5e.
Yeah.
Might be another word for, putting up with people giving you shit all the time and just kind of
Resilient.
I think the main example for like vices are like the 7 deadly sins kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
in the reference channel in Discord, I
Maybe you
stumbled,
horny.
I stumbled upon this.
Is that in there?
lust.
Well, that one is in there.
In this
Could be
day and
stoic.
age,
Borderline prostitute.
everyone
We joked about
outwardly,
it.
outwardly, society is very much, you should not have improper relations outside of marriage. Public displays of affection are kind of like not frowned upon, but it's not necessarily the done thing outside of kind of polite peck on the cheek perhaps, or curtsying bow. Like, it is very stringent. However, there are very much things that go on behind closed doors. Like,
Oh, of course.
debauchery is very much a thing in especially high society, where they could just throw money at things to sort of ignore them. But yeah, that's one of the things I did have in my primer document type thing, is the morality side of it, which is here. So yeah,
Ne-
strict moral codes is sort of an earmark of the Victorian era. However, hypocrisy abounds. Whilst outward appearances suggest piety, many indulge in vices behind closed doors. So yeah, I think it's either now or not too far from where we're going to be set that like Hellfire clubs were a thing, where people just essentially got down to all sorts. Orgies were a thing. Like, it definitely does have scope for that kind of indulgence type of vice, which would make sense if you were trying to be proper as well.
Mhm.
Never forget that conduct unbecoming of a gentleman and conduct unbecoming of a gentlewoman were things.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up, once we've done those, is to look at your attributes. I'm going to create myself a random character just to have one as a reference. Now,
Rando Calrissian.
these Ijefu Apaslo is or Efu maybe, yeah. So your attributes are your typical 5, 4, 3 dots. Now you always get your first dot for free, so you essentially have 5 dots to put into your focused area or your area of expertise, where your focus kind of goes. 4 dots into your kind of secondary area, and then 3 into an area that you're not as bothered about. But
What's the max?
huh?
The max?
You can put whatever dots you want where.
Okay.
I don't
I
care.
thought humans had a max of 4. I remember reading that somewhere, but that might be.
Well, it allows you to go above and beyond in Hunter at the end anyway. So if that does apply, maybe I've got it wrong, but for now, just put them wherever you want. I don't care. In fact, I can double check that right now. Yeah, it just says, after ranking your categories, distribute 5 dots to the attributes in your primary category, 4 in your secondary, and 3 in the tertiary. You can allocate dots wherever you like, but no attribute can have more than 5 dots total. So, maybe...
Zhang,
Yes.
what would you use for intimidation the most? I know you can switch them around, but what do you reckon presence was probably more of a trying to think of the best way that my character wants.
Presence is kind of like your aura.
If I was literally stood silent in a room and they were interrogating someone, what would you make me roll to be like? You know, he keeps looking over at me, and clearly I'm a threat, even though I'm literally just stood there.
Yeah, if you were to be
presence.
unsettling, I would say that's definitely presence. Yeah. I see. Presence is kind of like your aura. Manipulation is your ability to play people, manipulate them. And composure is your ability to kind of like withstand that kind of vibe, or your calm under pressure kind of vibe.
It should be noted that a lot of the abilities that push you above and beyond normal rolls require composure,
Yes.
such as marksman stuff.
Wits composure as well is is it wits composure? Oh, what was it? That was the perception roll, wasn't it? Wits composure. I'm gonna double check that, but I think that's also a useful thing to remember. Wits composure, yeah. General awareness. So that roll will definitely come up quite a lot. Not that I'm trying to get you to manipulate your rolls or anything, but have a think about that. For people who might not have seen these before whilst they're watching, the attributes, you may be familiar with kind of D&D, where you have your 6 stats. On this one, you have 9 stats or attributes. They are intelligence, wits, resolve, strength, dexterity, stamina, presence, manipulation, composure. They're kind of broken down into these 3 categories, and you put your dots in them. Now, the way the dots work is essentially dots equate to dice of your actual rolls. So usually what will happen if, for example, let's say you want to make a wits composure roll based on this sheet that I'm using as an example, you would use your 1 dot from wits here, your 1 dot from composure, and you would roll your d10s based on that. Successes are 8, 9, and 10 on a d10, and they do explode. So if you come across the usually 10 again is the baseline. Some abilities give you a better chance, which is why you can see this up here where it says 9 again and 8 again. So those are them. The other thing to note is if you do not have dots or your modifiers take away all of your dice, you can still have a chance to do whatever it is you're trying to do, but that essentially boils down to a chance die, and that's a 50-50. So those are kind of how things differ. There are other variants of these, so there are D20 systems and whatnot, but we were just using the sort of the standard D10s. Oh, excuse me. Anyone got any questions about the attributes? Or should we move on?
Would you mind looking at my sheet and making sure I did that right?
Yeah. Okay, so you're focusing on the physical attributes, and your secondary is the oh god, what do they categorize it as? Hang on, I literally was just looking at this.
You pulled up the wrong sheet. You pulled up my sheet.
I did. I'm sorry. I just clicked on the wrong thing. My bad.
Sorry, I'm just putting that in there so I remember it. I'm trying to decide between one of those on the virtue, and then I'm going device because this list is huge.
Yeah, right? You said you wanted options.
It helps though. It helps.
Okay,
It helps a lot.
good.
So I'm stuck between one of those.
Uh,
I'll keep going. from
mental, physical, and social. Mental, physical, social. So you're more social. No, hang on. Where have you put 5? You haven't put 5. You've got 4
Oh, did I
and
not?
4.
Oh, I
So-
did.
You get one more point in one
here.
of those.
There we go.
So your focus is on the mental stats, with your social as your secondary, and the physical. Yeah, there you go. That all looks fine. You've got 5 in the first one, 4 in the third one, and 3 in the middle one. Perfect.
Awesome. It's been a while since I've made a character using this system, so I wanted to make sure that I did it correctly.
Same. Taylor, do you have the book or the link to the book?
Mhm.
Yeah. So on page 73 is the quick reference for the creation. It has all of the dot points for everything.
Yeah, that's all I'll need.
Hey Rock. Hey Johnny. Hello.
The this part takes way longer for me.
Or the stats and everything, or the figuring out the virtues vice stuff.
The virtue vice
Yeah.
thing.
I know Brad's got his sheet all sorted out already, so I'm not just not asking Brad, but he's got. I saw it already. He's got most of it figured out. Okay, so the next step is your skills. So you've got your attributes down, which is kind of your baseline for your abilities, but then you have your skills, which is kind of where you focus your stuff. So again, a case of you get to prioritize these. Now you do have 0 dots in any of these, and the premise is that you should probably prioritize your skills to kind of align with your attributes. You don't have to, but you probably should. And these are 11, 7, and 4 dots to distribute how you like. Again, if you have 0 dots on a skill, you can still try to do the thing, but you will be classified as unskilled, so it will give you a modifier based on the different type of skill it is, whether it's mental, physical, or social. So feel free to kind of lay them out as and where you wish to. Chat, if you have
Obviously-
any questions whilst we're doing this as well, feel free to fire them over.
Where are
Is
the
drive
where I find-
going to be for the horse stuff?
Yes. So there isn't like an old school sheet. So yeah, it would be, instead of drive, you would be looking at well, you do drive a horse and cart, right? That is still
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to put at least a point in there because I said that's what.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say that drive essentially covers horse and cart and horse riding, generally speaking, because I don't think there is, like, outside of animal handling, which is a social animal can, which is a social understanding thing. I would say drive kind of covers that. Brad, did you have a question? Sorry.
Where do I find the Thabian sorcery on this sheet so I can remove it?
It's not on there.
Yeah, it's got it set at 0, so it's not going to affect any rolls, but it's still going to bug me.
It puts it in the thing, yeah.
I'm a Thabian sorcerer.
Well,
Fabian Thorthwar.
that's vampire, isn't it?
It is. And I'm not seeing it anywhere. It's neither here nor there, but...
Or
If you click 2 attributes, 2 separate attributes, it gets rid of it.
Do.
Like intelligence,
Thank-
stamina.
Excellent, thank you.
cool.
Oh, here, I've got you as well. Go to Attributes and Abilities tab.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down. Oh, let's see.
Is this page different page? Oh no, right up at the top. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah.
And down there's like Roll Display, and it says
Roll,
that's where it
yeah.
says Thebian Sorcery, and you should be able to do that.
Perfect.
Nice.
Zhang,
Victory.
Yes.
See if that helps.
would you mind looking at my skills and just telling me if I've missed anything obvious from how I've told you about my character?
Yeah. 2 seconds. I'll make sure I click on the right sheet this time. It was yours anyway, but yeah. Okay.
Let me know if that helped, Brad.
Perfectly resolved.
I
Gorgeous.
took a splash of occult just because I was thinking if I'm smuggling a lot of the times up and down the country, I can maybe have like...
Yeah, and Victorian society is very superstitious. So...
Yeah, at least the superstition is probably where I'm getting at. That. I want to be a bit superstitious as a
Absolutely.
novel.
I mean, society, like a lot of Victorian, there's a lot
maybe
of
especially
superstition
with some,
going
like,
around.
gypsy.
Yeah, like
Not that I'm gypsy, but I definitely have contacts with them.
what? If
I'm
you're
gonna have a
smuggling,
little bit of a cult for that reason,
Yeah,
because
so I think
she's Romani mixed, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a cult for that. She's very superstitious as well.
if you're doing that, then it'll be nice if we took at least 1 point in the language.
Absolutely, I will
each,
do
just
that.
to give us some of that. Be fun.
Yep,
Better
I'll
be
do that.
careful how dare you run into the Rougarou.
I would say, what's your crafts? Because crafts tends to be like a occupational type thing. So, if for example you wanted to be a mechanic, you would take crafts.
For me, it was repairing the boat and repairing the cab.
That's fine. It was just so it would be like
Yeah.
carpentry and
Yeah.
like ship mechanics basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay.
Medicine because I
makes
patched
sense.
myself up because of fighting and stuff, and then a little occult.
Athletics,
action.
brawl, drive, firearms.
Is
yeah.
brawl? Would brawl be a small knife?
Yes. So
Okay.
it in this stuff, brawl essentially covers. I don't know what weaponry falls into. In fairness,
It's
but
just I feel like
like
I'm the kind of guy that walks up to someone and stabs them 36 times and then walks off.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
That's
for
what I'm
combat
trouble with.
you pretty much
Weaponry is your hand-to-hand weapons from swords, knives, ball bats, that
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay.
So brawl is
Then
fisticuffs, weaponry
I
is stabby stab.
Change that right.
Yeah, okay. And firearms is obviously firearms. It's
Try not
fine.
to
Yep.
brawl.
Yeah,
Um,
brawl is like brass knuckles and that kind of thing. But yeah, blades is under weaponry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Firearms is definitely a thing in this era. We
Yeah, I've got a
didn't
point.
have we didn't have strict gun laws or anything for a good few years. It was so Victorian era is definitely you can have the shooty shoots, and yeah, I think everything else is fine.
Obviously, larceny is high. I think that
Yeah.
smuggling stuff.
Yep.
Um,
And sneaky. Yep, I think that all looks fine. Obviously you can further specialize with your merits and your actual specializations, because remember you can get extra dice for certain circumstances. I don't want you fucking doing the bullshit you were doing with the professor though. Could this potentially
me-
be a lesson?
A teaching moment.
A teaching
Can this be
moment?
made into a teaching
To be
moment?
fair, that's pretty good.
It was
Remind me what year it is.
1890.
Okay, so that means that in the United States, they just within the last decade outlawed pistol dueling for honor.
Mm.
So it's still a thing. It's not popular nowadays, but people killing each other over duels is still a thing.
I would say it was probably still a thing in the UK. Gentlemanly interactions.
Yep. It also means that you still have 6-shooters.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also-
there is a weapons list in the document I put out, which should cover. It says modern stuff, but most of it's stuff that would have been around. There are firearms listed on there. I did remove the obvious one. Essentially, you'd be looking at, in terms of ranged weapons, you would be looking more at kind of like rifles, shotguns, pistols, 6-shooters, or revolvers. Then obviously there's a difference between like a sniper rifle and a hunting rifle, or yeah, that kind of stuff is there as well. So there are options. Excuse me.
Yep.
I basically just removed the automatic weaponry from the weapons list in the book, and
Yep.
I removed, I think, a bunch of the explosive stuff so that you can still have dynamite and Molotovs, but like grenades, not necessarily as much of a thing. I don't think that really became a thing until a couple of decades later.
No, 1892 is when the first magazine German firearm comes out, and it was a 7mm pistol.
Okay.
So we got about 2 years, and that's going to be cutting edge technology.
Yeah. Another thing that's highlighted in the document, hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of the technology levels. Telephones are a very rare thing. They're kind of like a public service vibe as opposed to a in every household vibe. You might find them in the most richest of rich households, but invariably you'll find them in kind of like hotel lobbies or in a post office, or kind of that kind of vibe. Like they would have one because it's more of an expensive thing. Vehicles, the automotive vehicle is a thing, but at the time we're playing, there are give or take 100 of them in the entirety of the UK. So they would all be imported. We don't start making them in the UK for another couple of years. So you would be aware of them as like one of these newfangled, you know, a cart without a horse kind of.
We see the
vibe.
guy with the flag walking in front of it.
Another
Remind
random.
me, at creation, are you not allowed to go above 3 dots in something?
You
Or
can
are you
have
allowed
as
to in
many as you
creation?
want. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, beautiful. I just have to figure out which one I want to go in then.
To give you also an idea,
No, I know.
believe the Eiffel Tower will literally only just have been finished being built. Like that's how far back we are in terms of like general vibe check. Most common kind of way of hearing about things is newspapers or criers on the street who would read to people, because literacy isn't necessarily a great thing. Schools aren't common for everyone, so you would have people that would quite literally stand on street corners with the weekly newspaper and would read to a big crowd of people the headlines, the main stories, that kind of stuff. Telegrams are a thing. The I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's not a.
Can you describe it?
It was in the song that you linked that plays the music.
Phonograph.
Thank you. So those are a thing. Not so much the I can't even remember what the other one is called now. Record players, whatever their
Gramophone.
gramophones. Thank you.
Yep.
Words. incredibly hard all of a sudden. I don't understand why.
When in
So-
doubt, ask the band name.
Right.
They
So
were always hard thing.
they may be like gramophones may be kind of loosely being considered at this point. Radio, not a thing. Obviously, that being said, television is not a thing either. It's not even a concept. Technology levels, we're very much still steam and coal powers most things. Ships have big sails as well as steam powered things that spin. I was going to say rudders, but it's not rudders. The paddles, I think it is, but
Yeah.
Paddle boat, yeah, paddle.
As a heads up, Swim just rolled in.
But yeah, horse cart still very much the way to get around.
Are the sewers built?
Yes, and the underground, I believe, is also a thing.
Yep. About this time in the United States, they were laying sewers by taking redwood trees, knocking them over, and coring them out, which some portions of Washington, D.C. still have wooden sewer architecture.
I think London was one of the first to start properly doing it.
Washington, D.C., and then like a couple places around Chicago still have wooden sewer lines.
So
That's the fun part of it.
the London Underground has been around since 1863.
Yep.
It means the
Long
postal
time.
underground's there as well still.
So a lot of it's not as expansive as it is at the moment, but it's definitely still there. Obviously, the trains that ran on it are obviously quite a ways back to what we know now. But yeah, the underground is a thing.
Yep. By the way, Zhang, I would like to invent air conditioning and introduce it to the UK right now.
Just get in early.
It's going to be big.
All I hear is the fates from Hercules in my head. Indoor plumbing, it's gonna be
big.
Okay. Any
Question
questions
to the
on
party,
skills?
stats wise.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, party of the question, skill wise. How are other people kind of separating out their skills? Do we have a lot of social going around? Do we have a lot of intellect going around?
Social
I've
is
done-
my second highest.
I've gone Dex heavy.
Cowboy, horse thief, gunsmith. That's what I made.
I'm literally trying to figure out what category we have the most in: physical, mental, social.
I'm mental primary, social secondary.
Same.
Okay. Okay.
I took 3 dots in politics, 3 in investigation.
Wait, no one's got social.
I got
have
3 dots
one.
We
in
have 2
socialized.
secondary socials.
I have 1 social skill total.
Intimidation.
I have
Exactly.
Yep.
I have 3 in socialized, 2 in persuasion, and 1 each in expression and subterfuge. Although I might change that to empathy, and that's expression.
Okay.
That's in empathy.
So it looks like we got a lot of mental heavy.
But that might not be a
That's
bad
the
thing, given what you guys like. So you're going to be hunters, so there is going to be as opposed to vampire, which is very much a social politic. It leans into social and politics a lot in vampire, or at least in our games that we've had. That tends to be the vibe with them. I think Werewolf tends to be a very physical game. Personally, I think that's kind of where that leans to. And I think Hunter, from what I've seen, or from what I've read, I mean, it depends how we play it, but I'd kind of like to lean into the investigative side of it more. But that's not to say that the other skills aren't important. And if you already have mental covered, then yeah. So we've got, from my understand it, we've got 2 people with mental as the primary.
Yes.
Okay. Physical primary. is
Ah.
Yeah, Brad, I think.
is the other
Brad.
two. So there is
Yep.
not a social primary. If that answers
No,
it.
there is not.
I must say, people are gonna look over you, no problem. So you can just put a sweet little word into their ear.
Who has social
Subterfuge go brr.
second?
I mean, really, it depends
Me and
on
Sass,
The two mental primaries have social
social
secondary.
sectors.
yeah.
And the physicals then must have mental secondaries, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
correct, because that's where crafts is.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay.
I want to take computers.
I could quite easily shift my secondary. I want really high dex though, so I'm going to keep my dex, but I could switch my secondary.
No,
That's
you're good.
fair.
I'm trying to figure out the way to build this best the way like I'm picturing it, and unfortunately I think it lines up with a couple of other people's
No, no.
ideas.
But
Tell us what you're thinking.
Just
'cause
because the attributes
my
line up
stats
doesn't
can be
make it the
moved a
same
little bit
characters
more.
either.
so this is something that gets highlighted a bit later on, but the way Hunter is drastically different to everything else that we've played so far is that there is a massive emphasis on teamwork and tactics in Hunter. So having things that overlap, I'm not going to say everyone have the same shit, because then that's possibly going to be a bit more boring for everyone having, oh well, we could just do the same stuff. But you have in order to use like a tactic, you have what's called a primary actor, so the person doing the thing, and then other people around them are able to help bolster their roles and help them do the thing better. So don't worry too much if there is overlap in this, is kind of the vibe that I get. Obviously, none of us have played this yet. I might be completely off, but as far as I understand it, that's kind of where the focus of this is also supposed to go, is the teamwork.
I'm avoiding the charisma one because I always do it.
That's kind of like
It's the one
where
that I
my
always
brain
do.
went, because like with Cora I was very physical, but I was heavy intimidation, so I was very social. Viv was very social. BB was social.
You can always
It's
be
like-
physical.
I find it rather ironic that the two like social secondaries are the teacher and the rich chick. I forgot the word that I was going to use there.
Eris, basically.
No, it's the word for high society.
Sass, I might
Socialite.
not have been here when you described your character.
Social, socialite wasn't the word, but yeah, it'll work. And that we're both women, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we're both secondary classes anyway.
Yeah, like without wanting to
Yeah, you
be.
say that, but it's very much still Queen Victoria. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Long live the queen.
Yes. So that is another thing about
Okay.
Victorian society, is that
Definitely going to be respect for women because we still had a queen.
yes, there is that. It is
Okay,
still a bit misogynistic, I would say, in terms of how.
Yeah, but it's
society
more-
views
I
things. But,
just more mean like,
but the
reason
is a
I put
woman in the
social
highest
is-
position in the land, so there's that.
The reason I put social as my second is because she wasn't raised to be out there socially. She was raised to be a housewife. So
Who was president in 1980?
Aristocrat. That was the
Oh,
word
okay.
that I
Yeah.
was looking for.
an alley cat.
Tu es le monde, the aristocrats.
that's why I put 3 into socialized. So
So, any questions about skills?
can skills go above 3 or no? Is it they can match your dot level?
Let me check.
I think it is dot level.
They can match like your tied attribute dot or whatever.
Skills represent areas of expertise or tasks your character learn through training and studying. Skills are divided into the same 3 categories. However, skills do not start with any dot ratings. Yep, blah, blah, blah. Yep, distribute. You can allocate dots wherever you like, but no skill can go higher than 5.
Oh,
Um,
okay, so yeah, it probably matches your dots, I assume. 5, 6, 7.
It doesn't say.
Yeah, I don't remember it ever saying anything about matching.
Yeah. When I read through it, it was just like you have
Yeah.
this many points in your.
It's just you've got these dots. Put them where you want. So
Okay. I think I'm settled up, but Zhang, if you want to double check that, that would be.
and you don't have to put them where your attributes are. It just kind of makes
I think-
sense to do it that way.
I think it's probably a good thing that we're missing one of the primary things, because that just makes it more interesting, right, for the group. Like, when a social situation happens, we kind of have to really work together to kind of get through it.
Well, I did social as my primary, and I
Okay.
did physical secondary, but the chances of people actually listening to me is probably very low.
That's a decent dynamic. I do like that.
I just wanted decent presence. That was my main focus on it.
Yeah.
I like that the women are all the smart like
I'm not
socialite ones.
I am not
the
smart.
men are I punch thing.
I am not
No,
smart
stop
at all.
thinking.
Where I
The-
shoot
I am
things.
smart in exactly one thing, and that is occult. I have
That's
3 dots in occult and 1 in medicine, and that's it.
that actually makes a lot of. I really like that.
And
Yeah,
then I've got 3 dots in
that looks
survival
fine.
for that same reason.
Nice.
What's up, Lime?
Fox, you're the help, are you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, I'm the help.
It's. I know we always connect as characters, but we could connect in a small way, because I'm also technically help. So
Yeah,
I'm going to be the
absolutely.
cab driver. So,
Well, we were talking about we were gonna have, I think, both take a language dot merit.
Yeah, I was wondering if we've just
So that
wanted
we could
to
both,
before
like,
more than
Romany.
anything else.
Okay.
Say what?
We might just share circles, is what I was getting at, rather than
Okay.
knowing each other directly. More like, however you're
That's
connected
fair.
with that.
We
gypsy
might have,
thing,
like,
maybe
passed each other.
Same tribe of gypsies that we might deal with.
Like, you might know some of my other family, and therefore you know me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I deal with them with the smuggling. I might have met you once if you've ever gone to a family event, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Because the idea with Viloma is that she was traveling, like, she was in that side of her family, but then her father's family kind of said, no, we're not dealing with this nonsense, and basically dragged her away from her
Oh,
mother's
okay.
side, which was the Romani. And so now she is stuck basically living in the city working as the help.
Okay. Any more skills questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay. So next up would normally be where this is the hunter specific thing. So normally we would apply what's called a tier template, which is where I tell you that we're doing a tier 1, 2, or 3 game, and essentially tier 1, 2, and 3 means we're playing a game where you're just a hunter cell. We're playing a game at tier 2 where you're a compact, which is essentially a hunter cell with connections, or you're playing at a conspiracy level, which is where you're playing like a multinational level game. You have contacts all over the place, you're traveling around the world, that kind of stuff. So conspiracy tier 3 is not what we're going to be playing. We will be playing tier 2, which is a compact. However, as you are going to be developing your hunter stuff after session 0, we will be ignoring the hunter traits for now, and we'll figure that out as we go. Like you'll pick them up, and we'll, after the session you'll get some, but you'll also be able to discover more, and we can create them as well. So that's where your tactics come in. You will get to choose 3.
You do take skill specialties right now, though. Yes.
Yes, yeah. So
Sorry.
step
I
6
just
is to
thought about
apply
that.
the tier template. You're right, skill specialties is before that, but I'm just going to say we're not worrying about the 6th step. I jumped ahead. Skill specialties is definitely the next thing. Now,
Okay.
a skill specialty, most of you will probably will remember what this is, but essentially, a specialty is like a very, very specific skill set that you have in 3 different things. So, for example, the examples I use in the book, it says that choose 3 of your skill specialties. and this is an opportunity to better understand who your character is, who they were before they took up the vigil, which is what's happened when you begin to become a hunter and take on what's out there. You take on the vigil. So a character with persuasion in brackets seduction is wildly different from a hunter with persuasion brackets fast talking. So it's kind of like a subset of something that you're already good at that will get you an extra die for that specific thing. So where I told Lime, no, you can't have this as a learning opportunity, that was in the vampire game. He tried to use that quite a lot in a cheeky way to sort of you used it more than once.
No, I got to use it once.
Oh, you got to use it
many times.
So it's a way of kind of just going, this is something I want my character to be good at, like, or known for. So
well, if you don't mind, I'll tell you two. Do you get 2 or 3?
Three.
Three.
Okay.
And these go on the right-hand side of your character sheet about 2/3 of the way down.
I need a little help with my third one, I think.
Okay.
So I've got bribing the right people.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So...
Like I know who is probably bribable. Is kind of what I'm getting at on that. Like,
so
dodgy
I think
copper,
it's supposed to be
that
tied
kind of thing.
to a skill.
So what it would be is, let's have a quick look at yours.
Like streetwise.
Maybe like streetwise bribes.
Mm-hmm.
I could just put bribing.
Yeah. It definitely would
like
be streetwise, but you said bribing the right people, so that's kind of like connections or knowing what people want. So it'd be like it's kind of like the
Almost feels
way.
like socialized at that point.
Yeah, it might come down to
Or persuasion.
a social thing, but I think.
But yeah,
It's more about,
yeah,
like-
I understand. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I mean, it's more about like, right, we need to get through this part of the city. I know that the best person in this kind of environment would be like the police officer, or it would actually be the mafia boss, or it would be, like I just know who is probably best in this situation.
It's more of a
Bribe so that
who
you
you
can
know
get through
thing.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more of exactly. It's more of a not necessarily that I know the person, but it's I know what I'm looking for.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that would be streetwise, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Appreciate the situation. So that moves the points around.
I've then got. I
see
don't know
what
about
you've
this one.
got.
I've took assassination because I just, as well as doing all the smuggling, I kind of like the idea that my character would sometimes be called upon to do a hit.
Okay.
And I imagine this just like I described earlier. Like, have you seen The Irishman?
Just a walk by, shank, bye.
Yeah. It's a very much like someone's like, look, this person needs to go. I don't ask. I get paid. Walk up, bang
It's
bang,
like a
and I'm out
hitman,
there.
yeah.
Gone. Right. I'm not even like I throw the gun in the river kind of thing, and it's not even a
Okay.
quick and easy. I just don't know when that would come up. Is my only thing.
We may have to kill these things. We probably
Yeah,
are
we
going to
might
kill
have
these
to-
things.
Yeah.
You might have to
maybe do
get
it
out of a
quickly.
situation.
Minions
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff, right? I think it's more. I imagine that comes up more of in a stealth situation. It's kind of not in a fighting situation. It's more of a stealth, if that makes sense.
Okay.
No, sorry, not that I'm being stealthy, just in the situation where I am trying to
Yeah,
be
I
stealthy
understand.
and I
Okay.
kill someone is when I end up.
Okay. Yep.
And my third one, I want it to be. I don't really know. I guess bribing kind of covers my smuggling.
Bribery is like the right. It's kind of connections, right?
What about
Assassination.
shortcuts? If you're like a
Could
driver,
be like, yeah, maybe hiding things and how to hide things inside a carriage or a boat so that people find it. I know how to hide.
Oh, for like larceny, concealment, or something
yeah,
like that.
concealment. That's a.
Because that actually is one of the suggestions under larceny that could be really
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
Does that make sense for my character as well?
Like a concealment, how to hide a blade, like
Mm.
that
yeah,
kind of
blade
stuff.
on my person, the
Like
drugs in
just
the boat.
some
that kind
razor
of
blades
stuff.
in your
No,
cap, like
I'm definitely taking a razor blade.
Yeah.
That's...
show has had a chokehold on me lately.
So I'll put concealment.
Okay. Sounds good.
And
That's
that
3.
will be me. So I'll tie assassination to. If you have to tie it to something, I'll do it to weaponry.
Weaponry, yeah. Other examples would be that's in the book. For example, your character might have the occult specialty in demons or a brawl specialty in grappling. That can kind of give you more of a vibe about what's going on there.
Shall I put shanking instead of assassination?
Well, it sounds like it. Yeah.
I mean,
Like how
yeah.
Shiv-
Well, it just means that way I can use it a little bit more broadly than that, right? Not
Yeah, put it
too
in
broad.
just
Yeah.
go
don't take it in the
shiv.
piss, but
Shiv or shanking, yeah, that works.
I'll put shanking because I like the word.
Okay.
Okay.
Bitch.
All right. Anyone else got some ideas or need some help?
Put bribing under streetwise.
Sounds good.
Thank you for the idea, Lime.
Mine.
What's the idea, dude?
What
Okay.
specialties would a sheltered girl have?
Knitting.
I'm gonna keep it to myself. So.
Okay.
Crochet.
Oh, God. I did take
Actually-
2 points in the craft.
How high society are you?
Her father is a coal mine owner, so it'd be kind of up there. Not like super noble or anything, but like wealthy.
So, looking at the behaviors of the people at the time, some of the training that you would receive if you went to like a finishing school would be something as simple as a skill-focused dance or balance, as well as skill focus when it comes down to academics. Politics is a big one.
Yeah, I have 3 in politics. I would definitely take a specialization there.
Skill focused politics, specifically on how to pit one person against another, would be a big one.
Something like
Scandals.
scandals.
Scandals!
Gossip.
Yeah.
Just call it
I got you.
skill specification the T.
Bridgerton.
I have all 3 as the tea, but they're all different stuff. So it's the tea making the tea, it's the tea getting gossip, and it's the tea playing golf.
Not a
Stirring the
condition.
tea. Stirring the pot.
It's in the specializations.
It would kind of make sense that you would be upper part of high society too, though, because technically at that time period, like if you look at the Americas, coal mine owners were quite literally the richest people on the continent.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Henry Ford.
Mm-hmm.
But like in London, I picture them as like wealthy, but not nobility, just up
Not
there in
nobility,
class.
but
yeah.
you would have like the economic power pretty similar to
privileged AF.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
For
one thing
sure.
that I-
Especially with the fall of the East India Company.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you didn't pick up on that, part of the recent history, certainly for the British Empire, is that the East India has been absorbed, should we say, into the crown, but it is not the. It was not the massive political powerhouse that it once was by the time that it was absorbed in. Much of its power has diminished and much of its influence was the same. In our world, the East India was run by the Invictus. It was a political powerhouse which had the ability to take down empires. So, of course, the vampires ran it. Yeah. But that's not
I'm just
common
saying-
knowledge. That's just for our world.
You said it's 1890, right?
Mhm.
So like we're going to Cambridge, there's this 14-year-old we gotta go talk to.
So one thing that I will suggest is popular culture had the villains always grabbing the ladies. So to my ladies, I would strongly encourage skill specialization, brawling, anti-grapple.
Wiggle.
Hairpins.
Maybe
Like
with
hat
the
pins.
politics, it would be high society. Might be
Mm.
a good way of.
They'd probably be under socialize.
Or socializing.
Scaring people with gypsy curses.
I've got, so far, I think for my 3, I've got animal ken horses, occult urban legends, because that seems like the most
Oh, shit,
broad
should
kind
take
of thing that would fit. And subterfuge hiding emotions, because she's used to acting like everything is fine.
Yep.
And then investigation, I'd probably take body language.
Okay, yeah, that
I
works.
love taking that one
I
so
don't even-
much.
Skill specialization, firearms, specifically the use of rifles, crafting for firearms, and larceny, lockpicking.
Okay, yep,
Ooh.
nice.
Because when you're
Nice.
being a horse thief, you're not being sneaky because you're out in the middle of a fucking field. You just got to pop the locks. That's it.
True.
Okay. And for Clara, we got everything. Do you know what you're doing for your specializations?
Yes. Yes. I took one for. Oh gosh, what did I take? I took one for my academics.
Okay.
I took one for politics, and I took one for survival.
Nice. So everyone has their 3.
Nice.
Sounds
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sounds to me like we're ready for some
Close.
ease in roleplay, my guy.
close. We're getting there.
No.
Well, you have to. There's one important
There's
thing.
merits and traits.
Merits. Yeah, merits is a big deal. So we're not,
Yeah.
as
I
I said,
thought
we're not
merits
doing.
was after the fact. So
No. So you're kind of, but also no. The 6th step is the tier template, which is the one that we are ignoring. You do get some dots in certain things from that, which in our case is where is it? So when we start session 0, you will all have a dot in roundtable status, which grants you a dot in safe place. And all
Do you put that
associated
now
perks.
or after?
So you can put it in, but it doesn't apply until session 1. So you will get status roundtable is your merit, and that is a 1 dot by default. And this gives you essentially safe place and all of the associated perks with that.
do we need to mark those separately or just mark the status?
So I would put safe place, roundtable, 1 dot as well.
I've got those 2.
Okay. Outside of that, you get 7 dots of merits, basically for free.
Yeah, I did.
All right, where's the wealth?
Where's that? Where's...
I took a.
Where are merits?
Status?
Let me find it. Now merits.
I-
this will
Merits are
take
on
some
page
time.
80.
Thank you.
Or sorry,
87.
88, 87.
Sorry. Brad.
87 is where they start.
I ended up taking a lot of reflexive ones. Quick draw means he just draws.
Resources. Okay.
Sleight of hand. I get 1 free larceny action every turn. Plus also, I cannot be caught unless somebody is specifically looking to catch me.
Okay.
And then I call it gun fu. It's marksmanship.
What page? Sorry.
87 is where the
Thank you.
merits start.
Marksmanship makes it easier to hit targets as long as I got time to aim, and it makes it extremely hard to find me if I am doing the sniper thing.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, your sheet's done pretty much, right? It's
I'm a nerd. It's what I do, baby.
nice.
Well, now I just feel inadequate.
Lies and slander. I did move around some skill points to kind of compensate for what other people were focusing on.
That's all good. One other thing to note is that you will get 3 experience to start with as well. So this kind of comes at the end of the creation part, but you do have 3 starting experience on any traits you want to spend them on. It should work out all of your stats by default, or your advantages, which is the stuff in the bottom right. But your size should be 5. Your health should be size plus stamina. So your health dots on yours.
Occult, gut feeling. Yeah, I'm taking that merit.
Okay. So skill specialties is 1 experience, and merits are 1 experience per dot. Excellent.
Yeah, I think Sass put the table in the reference for that.
Not dare say it's an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, how much is what skills? How much do skills cost? 2 experience per. Okay. Ooh.
So you have
okay.
3 experience to get.
I think I'm about to turn into the medic.
One other
Okay,
thing
so
that I've
spend
noticed
that.
that's quite important or distinctive is that Hunter offers you the choice as a group if you wish to use group beats, which is different to beats in their own. So group beats essentially is a case of you guys, if you get a beat, you add it to the pool, and at the end of the session you divide the pool amongst everyone equally.
What's the language dot we're taking?
Oh, did you still want to take one?
Yeah, if you have room. If you don't, that's fine. I just figured it'd be nice.
No, I'm probably gonna have room. I would just say Romani.
Romani. Okay, thank you.
What makes the most sense to me. Being the language on the end, it would be a Y, not an I.
Okay.
Let me put that in real quick. Just for my own knowledge, are you taking direction sense?
Let's have a quick read of that.
There's a whole
You always know what direction you're facing.
heap of merits as well, guys. Like, it's so many to choose from.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if I'm going to be a cab driver is the only thing. It's like, knowing where I am in London is one of the biggest, things, but, that doesn't mean anyone else can take it. I'm not 100% sure yet. I just want to have
That's
a look
fair.
and make sure I don't miss anything obvious.
So, for the benefit of chat, a merit is essentially your assets, your innate traits, potentially other unique characteristics. It's kind of like a catch-all for further things that you can use to specialize your characters. Again, it works on the 5-dot system that everything else does, and some of them do have like prerequisite requirements, like you need to have certain attributes or you have to have certain skills to be able to access them, or you need to belong to a certain group. For example, fast reflexes has a prerequisite of 3 dots in wits or 3 dots in dexterity, but does give you plus initiative. Gut feeling, you have to have 2 dots in occult, that kind of stuff. But I do like the system. Is very different to D&D.
There's a sleight of hand. I may very well take.
Which is predominantly what we play. But every time we've kind of had a little dip of the toe into the Chronicles of Darkness water, we've always had pretty good fun. One thing also to note is that you don't necessarily have money directly. I believe it's covered through resources.
Mm-hmm. I'm the resource whore.
So when it comes to buying things like weapons, for example, it has a thing called availability, and that is tied to the dots of resources you need to have, as well as how available it's likely to be. So certain things will require lots of dots in resources to be able to get. Like guns in particular are pretty pricey when it comes to that kind of stuff, but you can obviously acquire them. Like you could beat up a police officer and get the beat stick from them. You wouldn't have to have the dots in resources, but they don't also really worry about money per se. It's just a case of, okay, do you have resources too? Okay, then you have kind of enough to be able to afford to pay for the food and the drink and the travel and stuff like that. So yeah, resources essentially is your disposable income. And characters are assumed to have basic necessities covered without having resources in here.
I'm being pinged.
Zang, would you mind reading a merit for me and helping me work it out?
What is it?
So I'm thinking of using allies as
Okay.
the kind of connections that I've got in terms of the criminal element, or even already bribed police officers.
Okay, yep.
Because he does mention kind of bribing police officers in that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just the level of dots I'm a bit confused about.
So as I understand it, you have to, so you would have to narrow it down to one specific type of ally. It would be ally dots in an organization or a society, a clique, or a specific individual. The examples included are the police, secret society, criminal organization, unions, politicians.
All right, so I might have more than one ally
So,
in that case. If I'm doing
Yeah.
that.
The example it uses, it says your character might have allies local, and then allies a gang, and then allies a college, and each dot represents a layer of influence in that. So one dot is like small favors, or you can get away with stuff. 3 dots might be you can get away with stuff with the police. They overlook. It says a misdemeanor, but yeah, I don't know. 5 dots
What
is
would
kind of
one
like...
in police be?
So 1, I would
know
say...
one police officer that's easy to...
Perhaps they just look the other way when you're... maybe they
Yeah, I was more
pass you
thinking
some
dock authorities
information.
than directly police, but...
I think it would be the police overall.
Yeah.
Would make sense. And a dot in that, I would say... Yeah, you basically give them a cut of whatever you get paid, and they look the other way, or they allow the shipments to come through. So you have a connection, a dirty cop, for example, I would say.
Okay, I can put 1 in police and then maybe 2 in gang, and it could just be like the local quote-unquote mafia.
Yep, the peakies.
So, like whatever the most influential one is in London.
You'd have 2 dots in... Oh, in London?
Well, we're doing this in London, aren't we?
Oh, yes, we are. Yep.
Okay.
Sang forgot his own setting for a second there.
I might be slightly inspired by Peaky Blinders, but it's not exactly that. I'm not part of the organisation. I am like a string that connects them. I'm more of a
Middleman?
independent contract. But because I have done good work and I have delivered all these things, they trust me, firstly, because of the smuggling. And I like to think that maybe I'll be able to, walk into a place that was ran by these people and I would be able to speak to them. Like, they would listen to me, if that makes sense. I might not have enough influence to, like, get them to necessarily kill someone, but enough to get an audience and not get stabbed immediately upon walking in.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna message you something.
Okay. Or it could also be contacts. That's the thing I get confused with, is between contacts and allies.
I mean, there's also status too, which makes it even more confusing.
There's also,
Also,
staff,
Mm-hmm.
which I have one staff member. I
Yeah,
have an
I'm not
assistant.
surprised in the slightest.
Because staff for specifically Streetwise, so. Because I don't know anything about the Streetwise, but they might.
Let me know when you're done concentrating, Zane.
Sorry.
Look, it's an automatic 1 success for a
Okay.
Streetwise roll, so.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Would
Uh,
that be? Is this contacts or I'm
Hang
really confused with contacts and allies because they sound identical.
I think contacts is more information, right? And allies is
Okay.
favors.
That
I
makes
think
much
is
more sense.
I think is how you distinguish that.
Okay, so 1 and 2. Very good.
Oh, retainer's also cool. Sass.
There you go.
Retainer.
Mm-hmm.
There you are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got too many.
So, part of professional training as a merit requires that you identify 2 skills as part of your asset list for your profession. Part of me was thinking going gunsmith, but given Sass's significant other is doing gunsmith specifically, I am going for the adjacent, which would be horse thief.
Which one was this under? Sorry, which merit?
It's a page number 80.
You said professional
bottom
training?
left-hand corner.
Yep. Okay.
Correct. So the 2 skills, just so that way there's no surprise, if we're doing horse thief, I'm thinking firearms and larceny.
Okay.
If you do not agree with this, by all means, I'm not going to be heartbroken.
Profession. Yeah.
I can get up to tier 2 using the experience points that we are given, which would at most give me the continuing education, which is 9 again.
Yeah. I'm fine with it. It's fine.
Understood. I didn't want to be unfair.
No.
No
You
surprises.
you good.
Excellent.
As we state all the times, from especially when we swap to a new system or a new game, if we do fuck something up, oh well, we'll figure it out and know for next time. But I don't see that being a problem. I mean, I know 9 again can potentially be strong, but you're putting the points into it, so it's, you're paying for it, so it is what it is.
I am paying for it. I will continue to pay for it.
Okay, I've done my 7.
Custom gear broker.
Perhaps Lime, perhaps they cover the stuff coming in from the ships, and she is a courier for them, so they would be a contact.
Perfect. So it's just a handoff.
Correct.
That works absolutely fine.
The other stuff is just you as Lime know about that because it's cool.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
It's like,
I will.
I want to point out that every time I see Brad's character's name and he keeps saying guns and we're hunters, the thing that pops into my head is just Cross Marion from D. Greyman. He's just a dude with a giant revolver that hunts demons.
Do we have any other merit-related questions?
I had one.
Okay.
The merit sympathetic. Your character is very good at getting close to other people. Their ability to sympathize with others' feelings gives them an edge and helps them get what they want. That was the second part I'm really confused about. At the beginning of a social maneuvering attempt, you may choose to accept a condition such as leveraged or swooned. in order to immediately eliminate 2 of the subject's doors.
Okay, so door. Is it the doors bit?
Not the doors bit, yeah.
Okay, so doors are it's a mechanic in the system, whereby there will be a set number of doors that you have to get through in order to. It's not physical doors. It's so. I'm just trying to think of an easy way to explain this. Say you want to get information out of somebody, and the doors thing is essentially right. You need to have X number of successes to get through their barriers for giving you the information. The doors are the barriers or their checks.
Social walls.
Yeah, exactly. So you will need to, get friendly with them. That's a door gone. You need to perhaps share something that makes you vulnerable to whatever they're talking about. That opens up another door. Perhaps bribe them. That might open up another door. You could perhaps threaten them. That might open a door. There's different ways you can get through it. But yeah, a door is kind of like a barrier to getting through or getting what you want out of the situation.
Okay.
Brad, what was the merit you said where they have to be specifically looking for you?
A sleight of hand.
Oh, was
Okay.
Was that? I
Sleight
thought
of
it was
hand.
marksman. I was like, okay.
I was
yeah, that makes more
I was
sense.
going to take sleight of hand, and I just read that, but
Yeah, sleight of hand means that you get 1 free larceny action every turn, and they have to specifically be looking to catch you in a larceny act to get any chance whatsoever to discover what you're doing.
okay. I'll try and take something else then, just so we're not very similar.
It's okay. I'm mostly there for lockpicking. I can pick pockets, but it's mostly for lockpicking.
Hey, Zhang.
Hi.
Question.
Mhm.
If 2 merit dots at character creation are left untended, and that XP comes into play to make a 3rd dot, would you allow a 3rd dot merit to be taken after the seance as an awakening moment?
Oh yeah, if you want to cache those dots to use for later, yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'm thinking that one of the supernatural merits might be fun to take, but I didn't know if you would accept it being taken beforehand or after.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yep.
Because if it's taken before, obviously she wouldn't understand really what it was.
Yeah.
Until
you've got to have the experience to be like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I
I've
was
been
seeing.
exposed to it now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, some of these might make more sense to pick after the fact.
If you wanted to read a bit more,
Wade,
on
were
the
you going to
social-
take the same thing?
No, but I had the exact same thought. So the moment you started saying it, I was like, that makes so much sense.
Sass, if you wanted to see more about the social maneuvering stuff, it's 147, or 148 in particular. They will probably explain it better, but once I'll read what it says here about doors. So once you've declared your character's goal, or what you're trying to get out of the social situation, the next step is to determine the scope of the challenge. We represent this with doors, which reflects a character's resistance to coercion, her social skills, so they refer to characters as the she, her skepticism, their mistrust, or just their hesitance. That's weird. Their mistrust, or just his hesitance with intimacy. It's abstract and means different things in given cases. So when you calculate the doors, your baseline subject starts with doors equal to the lower of their resolve and composure. Breaking points have a factor in. So there's other things that can come into consideration. But yeah, it's basically your challenge to get through those. That's all
Gotcha.
on 148.
As I understand it, our faction will eventually be round table. Our conspiracy is whatever.
You will not have a conspiracy as of yet. It is the compact. Conspiracy, I think, is the 3rd tier, which technically
I just
round table is a conspiracy, but you are not operating at that level. So you will be operating on a... It's not a local level because you're in London, and London is big. So it's technically a compact, which is kind of over an area, but London is both a local and an area. So
That's okay. I'm just going to move 1 point around. Instead of getting double jointed and a professional train, I've got to move everything into professional training. which means I get to choose a third skill from
I
my.
have taken defensive combat instead of last.
So
I was
after
looking
that,
at defensive combat, but because he said I could stack things and take a 3 dot, I was like, I'll pass it because
Yeah.
aura reading is too good to pass up for this character.
have a
Mhm.
look at your advantages, which is the last step. So that's just putting in your basics for your stats. I keep saying stats. Your advantages. I'm too used to saying D&D talk. Sorry. So your size should be 5 as a baseline. Your health should be the number of dots equal to your size and stamina. Your speed should be 5 plus strength plus dexterity. Your willpower should be your resolve plus composure. Your integrity should be 7. Your initiative is your dex plus composure. Your defense is the lower of wits or dexterity and athletics. Again, that's on the starter sheet, which is also in the reference. That's put it in there before. But once that is done, that is essentially character creation done. All that would remain would be to get kind of like the visual descriptors and whatnot. And before we get into that, why don't we take a little break, stretch your legs, grab a drink, we'll get a visual description, and then you can tell me why you have why you're going to this seance, and we'll spend the last hour easing into that. Obviously, if there's any questions before we do that, you can fire them. I'm going to pop the intermission stuff up. I'm going to run to the toilet, grab a drink, so I'll be right back.
If this character gets caught in melee, she's fucked.
Melee
Oh,
sass,
yeah.
heard.
100% same sass.
Girl's not meant to. That Edith was the fighter, not Edith or Enid.
I will blow over in a strong breeze.
My
Professional
defense-
training is really powerful. At the third tier, you gain a third asset skill and 2 free specialties. I'm gonna check a 3D printer. Be right back.
I might hold off on the rest of the dots until after the seance.
Hold off on what?
The rest of the merits.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna go. I went ahead and took the one I was thinking of, and have it be a thing of like, she's been told for so long by people in the city that no, you're just crazy or you're just stupid, because of who she is, that she kind of suppressed it. And then this is a wake up call of, oh shit, I'm not crazy. These guys are just assholes.
Yeah, I don't want that one anymore.
Okay, I'm back.
Gotta find a new one now. Offensive combat's only 1, not 2.
Odin. Brother, it is the vacuum in the other room. Or are you barking at the barn cat?
I did something similar, Tater, except I took a different one.
Yeah?
Yeah. I did
Which one did you grab?
Unseen Sense.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fair, cool. Rad.
I like that feeling of like you know how you can tell when someone's looking at you?
Yeah.
I like playing on that.
I've got something similar-ish, but without it being the supernatural merit. I took gut feeling.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking
So,
about
like,
that.
So we've got like two different styles of finding that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I read the description for Unseen Sense.
Yeah. Yours is like you can feel something's there. Mine is like when I'm looking at something, like kind of evidence and shit, I can be like, oh, that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that's good.
I can also accept spooked in order to be able to pinpoint where it is. However, it does only work on one specific type of thing.
Right, I got holistic awareness, so I am aware of non-traditional healing methods.
Yo, me
Wow,
too!
Did you take it?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, because it fit with other things that I'm trying to go for.
Yeah. And it made sense to me because, like I said, Vidoma would have been with her mother's family for a while, at least. So she would have
I'm
some
just gonna
knowledge.
take this point out of medicine and put it into science.
I only have 2 points, so it's fine.
So saying in moving points around because of the conspiracy and whatnot, that takes professional up to tier 3, which professional then is skill firearms, crafting, and larceny. And tier 3 gives 2 additional specialties, which would be larceny, pickpocket, and firearms pistol.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, sounds good.
No surprises.
Oh, you're good. I will very quickly go back over the group beat thing that I mentioned briefly. So it's up to you guys if you want to do group beats. We can try it. If not, we just stick to beats as they were. Beats, as you recall, chat, you may or may not know, beats are essentially something that you achieve if you opt to botch a roll, which means you critically fail whatever it is you're trying to do. You can take a beat for it. If you get a critical success, which is 4 or 5 successes off the top of my head, I can't remember, but it's something like that. When you try to achieve something, it's a many success dice. You get a beat for that. There are other things that they call these group beats now. So whenever 2 or more members of the cell, which you still would be, experience a breaking point during any scene, you get a group beat instead of getting an individual one. Whenever the cell successfully performs a tactic, which we will cover when you get tactics, you would get a group beat. Whenever more than one of the members of the cell fulfills or makes a significant headway towards an aspiration. Ooh, that's something that we didn't cover. Aspirations. That is directly related to the vigil during a qualifying scene, take a group beat. And whenever the cell destroys a monster or otherwise renders it permanently harmless to humanity, you take a group beat as well. You can only get 1 per scene, as with regular beats.
I'm going to drop error.
Essentially, a group beat adds beats equivalent to the number of players to the beat pool. So the reason you would benefit from doing that is, for example, when it says when 2 or more members of the cell experience a breaking point, you would get a group beat, and the group beat would cover all 5 of you as opposed to just those who were directly involved. Those group beats then get divvied out equally at the end of the session. We also historically have done a group beat vote at the end of the session for someone to get an extra beat, so I'm happy for us to do that again. Beats are essentially a fifth of an XP. So when you have 5 beats, you can turn that into 1 experience dot, which is how you level up in the Chronicles of Darkness systems. You don't get levels per se, you just go up in that sense. Aspirations is something that we briefly mentioned right at the start, which is at the concept, but you get 2 short-term, 1 long-term aspiration, so things you want your character to achieve that are likely to achieve during the session, and if you achieve them, again, I believe you get beats off the top of my head for those as well. I don't know if there's any examples of aspirations specifically. Let me just double check.
I just saw merit and redid all my merits to take 5 in a merit.
Oh my god. What merit is that?
It's called light weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Like a fighter.
your aspiration can be a goal you want to accomplish. Your short term should be a session-oriented goal, so relatively easy to achieve. And a long-term aspirations is something that might take many sessions to accomplish. The suggestion is to start with 2 short and 1 long. And short term could be like, I want to banish a ghost. Or it could be, I want to find out why this chick keeps staring out the window.
One type of vampire.
Yeah, like it could be anything that you think is reasonable, but you have to tell me how you've achieved that in order to mark it done. And once you have achieved it, think of another one to replace it. That being said, any questions?
Is it acceptable to take my goal to be to pickpocket Sass?
I don't fucking care.
To pickpocket them without them knowing? Sure.
I ain't got a clue.
Well, have a think. Your aspirations won't really matter for the session 0, but they will
I think
come into play.
I think mine is going to be more about killing monsters. I'll be honest. I think mine's
That's
going to
fine.
be like, once I find out all this shit.
Brad, weren't you
about gold,
saying that
I
you
wanna-
probably either know me or my husband?
I'll be your husband.
Okay.
Yeah, why would you be known?
Hey, Zang.
Who the fuck are you?
Yes, Tato.
Zang, can I be a pain?
What's up?
I broke something on my sheet. Can I have a new one?
Oh my
New
gosh.
sheet?
I broke it.
Oh no. What did you do?
Endowments.
How?
It's terrible.
What did you
Because
do?
it's me. I can't see what I have clicked on to roll anymore.
Have you tried
Oh,
reloading?
this just happens on the sheets. I had this problem last time.
Oh my
Right.
god, you fixed it. Thank you.
I just clicked different things, and it did things.
It's like
Okay, thank god.
Fib and Sorcerer just likes to hang out.
We good?
Yep, thank you.
Cool. Okay. So, I'm going to go round every single one of you, and I'm going to get a description from you of your character that you have just created. A bit about kind of their, as much as you want to share about their kind of backgrounds and descriptors, as well as why you will be attending this seance. Perhaps that could be your first goal. There you go. I know I said don't worry about it for session 0, but that would be a good example. So, let us start. Let's just go left to right. Tato, could you describe your character, please?
What?
So, could you describe?
I'm a little.
Hello.
You might have to
Gwen.
come back to me.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, we're just gonna jump straight to Aid. Hello.
Hi.
Can you describe Clara, please?
Clara is a teacher. I'm bad at this. Clara is a teacher. She's an orphan who was raised in a home ran by nuns. I don't know how else to describe her. My brain is terrible at this
What
part.
does she look like?
She's like 4'11", early 20s, and I'm short, man. Early 20s, red hair, pretty, like, very pretty, like more than you would expect from her, like, social class, right? Like, she's one of those. But yes, very, very small woman.
Petite. Okay. Petite. Okay.
Yes, that's the word.
I'm gonna break in for a second. He wants to say hi.
Okay, yeah.
Can you say hi to everybody? I unmuted. They can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi, Auntie Maggie.
That is definitely Sass.
Brilliant.
Can you say hi, Sass?
Hi, Sass.
And hi, Zang.
Hi, Zane.
A little louder.
Hi, Zane.
Hi.
Hi, Bud.
What up, little nerd?
Hello, hi, Aid.
And
Hi, Uncle.
there you go. All right, now go see Daddy.
Okay.
Who did he call me?
Maggie.
At first, he called you Auntie Maggie, which is Lime's wife.
She's very happy about that.
Oh, that he called
Hilarious.
out for her.
Yep. She's got a big smile on her face.
He called for you first before I had unmuted. He was like, "Where's Uncle Lime?" I was like, "He's right there. He's that little lime thing." So it's fun.
Do you want to describe, how Vadoma?
That is correct, sir. I can. Let me pull this up real quick because I don't actually have her anything pulled up at the moment. I'm not prepared. When am I ever prepared is the question. What is it? Talking about magnetiles?
Oh, did you, while we're waiting on Fox, did you want my reason for going to the seance?
Yes, please. I just realized I'd forgotten I'd asked you about
There
that,
we
and
go.
I was like, I'm just going to ask everyone at the end, but you've brought it up very quickly, so go for it. Why are you at the seance?
I am at the seance because I'm trying to find the family that abandoned me, and being the time period, it's very likely that they're dead. So,
That's fair. Yep.
people don't live very old. So, yes, I'm trying to find answers about my people, where I'm,
Okay.
my family.
Nice. Yes, Vadoma is average height, pretty average build. She's got a sun-kissed kind of tone to her skin, even though she's inside a lot. It's just naturally got a bit of that tinge to it. Her hair is this very plain, generic, mousy brown, but she has like very dark, deep brown eyes. And in general, like, to most people, she just seems like an everyday maid but the closer you look, you can tell kind of in the set of her cheekbones and a couple of other facial features that she is actually mixed English and Romani, or Irish and Romani, excuse me.
Okay.
So there's like, her hair's the mousy brown, but there are small little threads of ginger kind of going through it.
Revenge of the Gingers.
Small streaks. But the dark eyes kind of set her apart from you two. She's got like them deep gypsy eyes. For the most part, keeps to herself. She's very quiet, very restrained. Which is because she's just really sick of everybody's bullshit, but she knows if she strikes out, she's gonna get fucking booted out on the streets. So, as for reasons to go to the seance, she literally has no reason. She got dragged along because she is the help.
Okay, so the family that you work for,
Yeah, she works for what would be her father's family. Her mother was Romani, and her father was a mix English-Irish. And so they kind of pulled her away from the Romani side of her family and brought her into London to be like, no, we're gonna raise you right. Screw these people. So, and raising her right meant making her the help and hiding her in the stables half the time because she's the one who's good with the horses.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And being the help
So
is a good
someone
way to
in-
experience everything. Learn by observing.
Yeah, and so someone in her father's family is going to the seance, and they were just like, I cannot trust you to be alone. Something already broke last week, even though you were in a different room, so get your ass here. Like, any misfortune that happens, even if she's nowhere near it, it's her fault.
You're cursed.
Mhm.
Yep, makes sense.
Cursed by blood, baby.
Okay. Sass, if you could describe Enid.
I am playing Enid, currently engaged, soon to be married in the next couple of months. She is like auburn hair, on the taller average size, so like 5'6", and she's like 20 years old. This is one of her last attempts for herself to try to find out what, if anything, happened to her older sister Edith, who went missing a couple of years ago. And this is why she's at the seance. She has no belief in it, but this is like kind of like one of those, I've tried everything, may as well try this.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, and Brad, if you could describe Silas.
Silas is an American-born man, born pretty much in like the triangulation of Arkansas, Little Rock, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Jackson, Mississippi. Grew up central, so Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. His style of clothing comes from New York, which is where he breached over here, but he is a fairly tall, fairly sturdy, sandy, blonde individual who has perpetual beard stubble. Like, he could shave and 10 minutes later he'd have beard stubble.
Yep.
And he has a number of tattoos under his New York finery, which is a Rosicrucian Benedictine rosary mix around his right arm. And he has the symbol of the Pietus Romanus across his chest over his heart.
Okay. And
He is...
No, carry on, sorry.
He is present here because there's going to be a lot of people focusing a great deal on one particular thing, which means I could probably walk out of that building with everything that's glittery and gold when no one would be wiser.
Oh my god, I know me and Brad are going to meet.
So it's a good opportunity for you to get some loot, basically.
Well, I mean, everyone there is going to be focused on humming, hooing, and hollering to clearly silliness because, you know, witchcraft isn't real.
Yeah. They'll be focused on that bullshit, get paid. Yep, understand.
Yeah, they're going to be having cards and shit. I don't know.
Yep. Alright, Lime, if you could describe Archie.
Archie's a unassuming, simple fella, you know, nothing to him. no muck. He's, I wouldn't say he was short, but he's definitely slightly below average, kind of skinny, getting on in years, probably, we'll say early 40s. He wears a quite unassuming outfit for the time, worker's man outfit, someone that might work in a coal or something like that, but he's a boatman, a narrowboat is his main profession. Wears his flat cap at all times. And usually we'll see him with, we'll call it a half smile that could either turn into a kind of grimace or, depending on how he's feeling, or a proper smile. But he has one of those very wide mustaches that goes from cheek to cheek. Probably crooked teeth as well. But he tries to go under it. And I think either he's there because he's driving Lady Shaw, or he's there because he's a getaway driver for his American counterpart.
No worries for me.
Or both.
Yeah, why not both?
Because I was going to say I'm there casing the joint, but I feel like there's an opportunity there to maybe just sync up a little. So if you would have hired a getaway driver, I'll do that. If not, I'll just be the cab driver for Eden.
I did not approve to share my carriage with anyone else.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If Brad doesn't want the connection, I'll just be your driver that then cases the joint.
No,
If
it's
Brad
just
would've
funny
hired
that
someone,
suddenly
I'm
Brad's
outside.
there at the end, like, what the hell?
That's an expensive carriage, isn't it?
Surprise!
One did not agree.
He said,
Oh my god, Aid.
Your mic went funny there. It went really weird.
"Oh no, my headset unplugged. I'm sorry."
Sorry. One
You're
did
good.
not expect a compliment. Yeah. So
Yeah, if my headset unplugs, it switches to the inbuilt mic in my laptop, so you just hear the fan of my laptop trying
Oh,
not
yeah,
to kill
yeah.
itself.
yep, understood.
AC 130 inbound.
But yeah,
Granada.
I'm a cab for hire or whatever, so like very easily could have been just hired to do this little trip, and then usually if I'm waiting outside for it to complete, I might be casing, checking out the place, just because that's what you do when you're a criminal, really.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I've got this image in my head of he's on one side of the building casing the joint, I am on the other side of the building, and we look through the window at each other.
And he
And
looks
he
at me.
looks at me.
And I'm like,
And I look at him, and he looks at me.
I love how me and Brad had the exact same thought. Exact same thought.
okay.
so yeah, that's Archie. He's just a simple man.
Very well.
Thick Yorkshire accent, so I don't have to do it.
They should make him British. It's really hard to do that accent, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is British accent?
I don't know. I can't do one.
what is British? Like it's
What is Brit?
I'll probably just go full Narissa accent.
that makes sense. Okay. Well,
BBC British, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
The Queen's English. Yes. We have got about 40 minutes left of the session. Let's
Finish.
we've got our character sheets ready. If we've missed things off the character sheets, we'll figure it out before the session 1. But we will try to get through the session 0 prologue, if you like, before the time is up today. So,
Roleplay,
through-
motherfucker, let's go!
through your own methods, either you are driven here, you have the resources and the means to arrive through your own coach. Perhaps you have walked from the centre of London. Perhaps you got the tube, as rickety and smog-clad as it is. You will arrive at an old and frankly once stately, clearly now decaying Harrow Street townhouse. This is the site of the seance that you have all found yourself attending for your own means, your own interests, your own needs. Others have gathered here. There are, I would say, in total, perhaps a dozen individuals here. Some wealthy, some not. But you will be greeted by the somewhat famous, perhaps fame is perhaps not the right way of phrasing it. This once great Professor Alwyn Cade. He too has, perhaps in the twilight of his what's the word? He's certainly had better times. His fortunes dropped around the time the East India also dropped. It's fair to say he is a frail, somewhat eccentric individual who now makes a bit of money here and there, perhaps doing seances, perhaps dealing with possessions and the sort, exorcisms. You will be welcomed inside. The decor in here is dated. Gas lamps flicker on the walls. Everything is old, past its prime. You all will be welcomed into a well-furnished room. A large circular table dominates this. Rich red velvet curtains block out what little light comes in from outside. The chairs are again, this crushed red velvet, patchy on the corners through overuse. Alan will beckon you all in to take a seat at the table. We'll move you over to the seance room. Is there anything you wish to do in the house before you sit down?
Am I actually here?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're waiting outside, he will kind of lean out the window. You can bring in the help. The numbers will help channel the spirits, you see. Feel free, don't leave them out in the cold.
Very well. Come on, Archie.
Yes, ma'am.
I assume it would be plenty of an opportunity to see if there's anything of valuable esoterica.
Inside? Yeah.
Yeah, something that could be hawked for quite a good amount of dosh.
You can
People buy into snake oil.
yeah. Give me investigation is a thing. Yeah, you can give me an investigation roll.
Oh, it's a big house, this.
Investigation plus.
Wits. Give me wits investigation.
So no success.
To appraisal.
So you have a look around the place. Anything that would appear to be of value is fake, forgeries. It is props, essentially. Everything is made to look fancier than it already is. Your guess would be that anything of value has probably already been pawned and replaced with stuff that looks the part but does not stand up under close scrutiny.
Damn it.
The individual who is leading the session. Here we go. Here he is.
Enid is very unimpressed by the quality of everything in here.
Yeah. This is Professor Cade, Olwyn Cade. There are a few individuals around the table. You can all give me a wits composure roll. That's perception. Yeah, wits composure is the perception roll.
There we go.
Damn.
Now I'm back to form.
I'm too busy staring at the poor quality furniture.
It is distracting. Like, the more you look, the wallpaper, you can see it's faded.
The velvet is coming away
Is
from
it-
like the.
Is it 3 or 5 for a
Critical success. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's. I want to say 5.
Okay.
I want to say 5.
Remind me how I do the rolls with this sheet.
So you click.
You're going to click the
Thank
two
you.
things that you want to roll. Like where it says wits, you'll click that word and then click the word composure. Scroll back up and up at the top on the right, the dice roller, you roll the red die icon.
I see. Thank you.
All hail the mighty fox.
I didn't mean to speak over Zang. It's
No,
just
no,
kinda-
you're good. I was trying to.
I was
trying to look
already
at this.
there.
So exceptional success is 5 successes. A success is considered anything an 8, 9, or 10. 10s are essentially explode, or they're 10 again, is how they refer to it. So, yeah.
I like watching dice explode. It's
Yeah,
great.
it can be ridiculous. Okay, so Enid's very distracted. Everyone else will notice that one of the individuals around the table, a lady, stands out slightly compared to everyone else. Now, just as a reminder, consumption is rife in this period of time. Consumption is tuberculosis, for those unfamiliar. Essentially, it is a... It holds a weird status in Victorian society in that high society views the pale complexion and the thin frame that is caused by consumption to be a thing of beauty, but by the same token, there is no cure for consumption, and the likelihood of death is high once you contract it. It's also spread through coughing, saliva, like that kind of stuff. So it is something of an epidemic. But this woman will stand out because she is indeed gaunt and pale, although dressed in some finery. We should pop her down as well. She will casually kind of be observing people for the most part, but there is something. What's the nice way of saying this? There is something off about her. You cannot quite put your finger on it. Perhaps it is just that she stands out strikingly compared to the rest. Perhaps consumption. It is impolite to ask, but you've not seen any signs of her coughing or having lung-related issues. The professor once you're all seated, will light some candles and will turn the gas lamps down on the wall and walk over and turn the flow of gas right down so the flames are barely a flicker. He will sit at the, I say head of the table, it's circular, the fancier chair out of the rest of them, and kind of look around, nod at everyone. You're all here for your own reasons. You've received your invitations or sought me out. You seek to channel the spirits, see what answers they may have. Now, I cannot promise that you will all get everything that you seek here tonight. I cannot guarantee that you will get answers. The only thing I can say for certain is that we all will have an experience. Something from the beyond will talk to us. Are any of you of a nervous disposition?
Suppose I'll see it when I believe it, or I'll believe it when I see it.
Many a skeptic I have encountered in my days. All have been proven true. Well.
Does everyone else look like they're buying into this?
Feel free to give me another wit's composure. Or perhaps it might be more of social. You're good. It's fine. Some of the crowd do. The rest of the group can tell you how much they do or do not buy into things. And if it's, some people might have that. Their faces, their expression, they just everything is written on their face kind of thing. It's probably 50-50 from the NPCs.
Ross looks like his lunch did not agree with him, so he's thinking about having a constitutional.
Clara does, very clearly, obviously look like she's buying into it.
Huh.
Well,
I'm unsure. I think I'd just be calmly sat there. I would be listening, I think he would be.
patiently.
Yeah, patiently.
Patiently, yeah.
Yeah. I guess he was firstly annoyed because he was wanting to, check this place out, and then he got dragged inside, so now he's just like, alright, fair enough. I'll just go along with it, it's fine. But I also have a bit of a cult, probably just yeah, I don't know if he's a hack or not, but you never know.
But Oma's literally just stood off in one corner, hands behind her back and her head down, just waiting for this bullshit to be over so she can go home. Not even listening.
To begin, I require that everyone hold their hands and form a circle.
If there's someone dirty next to me, I'm very much holding your hand as lightly as possible.
Someone dirty? Everyone's dirty. It's Victorian London. Just scales of how dirty they are.
Archie will actually take out his handkerchief, put it on his hand when he holds Edith's hand, knowing that she's fussy. It's like a polite way of doing it.
Who ends up next to Silas?
I'll let you guys decide where you sit. Although one of you will be sat next to this pale, high society woman.
I say we all roll a d10, and whoever rolls the lowest gets to sit next to Mrs. Tuberculosis, and aka the Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say I sit in between her and you.
What?
Gotta pass it along somehow.
Are we rolling? What's happening?
I'm probably like on the opposite side of the table from her if I could manage it, honestly.
Oh. Okay.
You know that tracks
Hey!
Slime and I
Oh,
are next to
yeah.
each other.
There you go. Wow.
It's me anyway.
Sounds.
I'm cursed.
Sounds.
You
like,
get one side, I get the other.
Oh, you can.
It
both
makes
sit
sense
next
that-
to her. Absolutely.
No, it's okay. I'll sit in between the two of you so that you don't have to be right up on her.
Aw.
And she's just, again, not looking at anybody the whole time.
Are your hands gloved there, Vidoma?
Yes.
They are? Okay.
Yes.
Not that I'm trying to give you TB, it was for other reasons, but that makes sense as well.
No, you're absolutely trying to give me TV.
Yeah, okay.
No, her mongrel fingerprints are not allowed on anything.
I don't think fingerprinting was even a thing at this point.
It's not, but they don't want her to actually touch anything.
Okay, that's fair. You will connect hands, and the professor will close his eyes briefly.
Oh, I'll have my driving gloves on. Never mind. Sorry.
And he will then
Well.
begin to
Network.
chant. It sounds like two different languages. The words are kind of a bit. Well, they'll be foreign for most of you, but would you have a language roll? I know that you guys have got like your own little languages thing, but
Academics.
To
Yeah.
recognise a language, yeah.
yeah, give me
Rather than speaking it.
Intelligence
an
academics.
intelligence academics roll. Yeah,
I know French when I hear it.
it's not French.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. Intelligence academics.
Okay.
Cleric
This
probably
might
rolled it too.
This might not be the best for some of you.
You just get at least one dice, right?
Yeah, you get a chance
Sounds like-
die if you don't have.
Bunch of fucking gibberish is what it is.
Clara!
Sorry, my sheet is like not loading. There it goes.
Oh.
I will state clearly that when people begin to actually concentrate and do the thing, Silas will cough just to break the hand for a second, then pick somebody's pocket, and then go back to hand holding.
Pick Vidoma's hand, I dare you. Or pocket.
She's got tuberculosis now. It's
Yeah.
the other person.
Oh damn. Okay. Clara and of course the two of you. Clara and Enid. Whilst you don't understand necessarily, unless you have these languages, which I don't think you do, but you pick out some words that are Gaelic, Welsh Gaelic, and Latin.
What words are being said in Latin? Because I have the thing. I know Latin.
Do you have Latin?
I do, sir.
Okay, I take it all back. So, part of the ritual that he is chanting is, in a weird way, he's talking about the spirits that protect the crown from what lurks beneath. Awaken the guardians of the buried city, amongst other things. Like, that's kind of like the Latin bits picked out, and the rest of it is said in Gaelic. After a few moments, he keeps repeating these over and over and over. A chill takes over the room. No windows are open. Silas, give me your pickpocket roll quickly.
Okay, one second. To damp, and then to do. Click that button. Then we go to that. Hit. Submit.
Okay. And what are you looking for? Are you trying to just
Anything of value. Beggars cannot be choosers.
Well, I don't think that you and Archie would be sat next to each other.
Nope. And Vidoma's the help, so I know that she's not got anything in her pockets.
She does, but it's not known at the moment.
There will be a
Lucky charm merit.
There will be a woman, not too wealthy, but high society, just about next to you, and she doesn't have pockets per se, but she does have a purse. Inside that purse is a silver clasp, circular, about the size of a pocket watch, not a pocket watch, but it's silver.
It'll go missing.
It essentially, you open it up, it's like polished inside to a mirrored surface, and is a nose powder, but again, silver, so it has value. The room will drop several degrees. This cold intensifies. The candle light begins to flicker, and this wind picks up from nowhere and everywhere at once. The chanting intensifies until suddenly the flames get blown out. The room is plunged almost into darkness. Cade's head snaps back, his eyes rolling back into his head. Blood begins to trickle from the corner of his eyes, like sickening tears. In a voice that is not his own, you will hear, "Beware the knights, they ride again. They come, they rise." His head will begin to turn. A bit like an owl's, where the head turns a little bit too far? But his head will not stop. It will continue to rotate until there is a sickening crunch as his head turns a full 360 and then lops forwards. The candles flicker back to life. Give me your wits perception again, please.
Well, that's my ticket to get the hell out of here.
Wits what?
Perception rolls, so wits composure.
Yeah, sorry.
Composure.
You're good.
Wits perception, wits composure. You know what I meant.
I got you. That's why I trimmed.
Clara has a
Holy
critical success.
God!
Sorry, Zang. Could this
You
be
can
a
call me
teaching
Adonis.
moment?
It could be a teaching moment. Yep.
3 tens.
Wait, what happened?
Clara's got a crit with
Clara.
3 tens.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, let me get back to it.
So,
Everyone has at least one success.
Hold on. Yeah.
okay, fantastic. So Clara, 1, get a beat. Critical success. Happy days. 2, all of you will notice that as the light begins to fade, almost burnt into the rug beneath this table are a series of symbols that are kind of like the embers that burnt these are just kind of slow, like slightly dying down, but they roughly make out a like a magic circle beneath this table. And Clara, you kind of notice that in the corner of this room there is let's say a grand clock, a grandfather clock. It is not swinging, the clock is not ticking. In fact, the front of it is smashed slightly, a crack running all the way up the glass face of it. However, you will also notice that there is like the faintest of scuff marks in front of this clock.
Are those new?
They look quite old. What's the reaction to this guy's head literally just twisting itself all the way around? By the way, like, he's dead. Like he's dead. Like his head's literally spun a full 360. His eyes bleed, and his head is now hanging with, like, you can see behind his head, like his spine is kind of just like almost protruding through the skin. It is a particularly unpleasant sight.
Well, Archie's hand is probably hurting now.
Yeah,
I
think I genuinely would say I think it's time to leave, miss.
Is he? What? I'm getting out.
I've got my knife in my hand. I'm not even like just straight out. Drink. Assuming that I can have a knife. I never discussed the.
Yeah.
Vedoma is like immediately looking at whatever relative she came with suddenly a face of panic, realizing she's probably going to be blamed for this.
The woman
This is
will
not what I
stand
signed
up.
up for.
She seems very calm. I was not expecting this evening.
Bit of a surprise. As Silas is going through the man's pockets.
There'll be a gold pocket watch, a wallet which contains a couple of notes in it. I can't remember off the top of my head if it was notes at this point. If not, there's a bit of money in it at least.
Clara is like completely ignoring the body and is just staring at the weird, fucked up clock.
Okay. You will notice as well in the embers under this rug that continue to kind of just slowly eat away, that there are a few points where these embers kind of begin to kind of travel in their own path, kind of meandering across the rug, and they stop, and where these kind of lines intersect, there will be like a flash where the embers kind of brighten up briefly, creating this like circular point, and then flow off again in a different direction.
I must say it's been an absolute pleasure. We need to get the hell out of here before accessories to murder.
The police.
That if we're found with a head that's been twisted around a couple times, they're going to say, well, that doesn't happen naturally.
We have witnesses here.
All right.
Besides,
I'd rather not go into an asylum, thank you.
The truth of the matter is, it was none of our faults. The rest of us can attest to such things. What do you think that means? She'll move
What
to the symbols.
happened?
I'm gonna say. I'm actually gonna say something in Romany. There's no way I wouldn't say like a word of like some sort of protection thing or like fucking Romany, right?
Yeah.
There's no way I wouldn't just stand there going, "This is some weird, crazy crack of fucking occult shit," and then not say something in Romany. There's just no way. I'll say a blessing. I'll say like a charm for myself.
Okay.
And as soon as you do, Vadoma's eyes snap over to you.
You'll see his knife out. In a very defensive manner, but not in a.
You can probably in academics if you're looking at the rug stuff. What are you doing with the clock over there, Clara? Or are you just staring at it?
I'm staring at it, and I want to see like if I recognize if it was made by like an animal or a person, like the scratches on it.
Oh, it looks as though
Or,
it's moved. So it looks as though the scratches or the scuffs, albeit not recent, it looks as though basically it's where the grandfather clock has been moved.
Can I try to move it along those like grooves to put it in the position that it would have like made those?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Give me a strength plus athletics roll. We'll go with that. You might not be the best one to
Godspeed,
do that.
Spider-Man. Be a luck roll, probably.
Whilst that's happening, well, you can always ask for help. It's fine. Whilst that's happening, yep. It's heavy clock. Heavy clock. Enid, the pattern that these embers are making in the floor look kind of similar to a map of London. These points that are glowing, you don't know what they are, but this is it's definitely London.
Why are you huffing and puffing over a clock?
She'll point out like the scratches on the floor. Just be like, humor me. It's not the weirdest thing we've seen today.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Zhang, the professor's an old guy, right?
He was, yep.
I'd like to look for a catch or mechanism to cause a giant clock to move, because this old guy isn't moving it himself.
Sure. Give me a...
Would you consider this to be a lock?
Sure. We'll go with that, yeah. Lock or a mechanism, sure.
Like a concealed lock.
That one?
I'm trying to like
That one?
think in my head what could cause this.
That one? And
Like-
that one?
What could cause the...
Like the pattern, like trails. Someone like put coal in the trails that looks like the map underneath the rug or some shit. Or like
Why did it double post?
I don't
coal
know.
dust or
It was the
something.
same... You will succeed. So you're looking around. The closest thing that's obvious is one of the gas fixtures on the wall nearby, and you will be able to kind of, after a moment, be able to pull it forwards, and the clock will kind of very slowly kind of ratchet open.
Oh, it's a priest hole. Long time, Church of England's been hunting down people, so a bunch of Catholics made little secret doors all over the place. There you go. You should be able to one-hand that clock.
Hearing him talk about the Catholics in such a like laissez-faire manner, Clara's just gonna stare at him like not happy look on her face.
Well, when I figure out what your name is, I'll care. After you.
God damn.
A couple of the people were like, the Yank was right. We need to go and not be here. You can look down your creepy tunnel in the House of Death. I cannot risk my reputation being tarnished by such an affair. The woman will get up, who's been pickpocketed. She will leave, as will most of the other guests. You'll be left with yourselves and the body of the professor and the woman with TB.
Madam Tuberculo.
Madam TB, yep.
I'm looking down at this map to find like where my home would be on that map, and if there's any like markings around that.
Okay. Do you want to, you can give me an occult roll as well if you're having a look at it actually.
Please tell me her home just has a floating skull over it.
I hop on that one.
Intelligence occult.
You can help. So how help works in this is you can roll your... So if you're helping, you roll an intelligence plus occult roll, and you essentially add your successes to their number of dice.
Okay.
Zang,
Yes.
who's the most dangerous person in the room right now?
Probably you.
You?
Besides me.
You, okay, so...
You want me to do some sort of test to see?
No, I mean, you could, yeah.
Basically, because I've gone into fight mode. Everyone else is like looking around, and I'm like full on like.
Yeah,
this is
okay.
bullshit.
Give me a...
I need to know like what the threat is, basically.
Why don't you give me a...
Are you helping me or am I
composure-
helping you?
Give me like a composure streetwise. Just to get like a vibe on that. So yeah, the occult rolls, please. Intelligence plus occult.
Okay. Would this pertain at all to any form of urban legend, like this kind of situation?
Sure. Yep.
Ain't a clue. Everything's fucked.
So one.
Just you, Archie. Just you. Everyone else.
So modifier 1. Nope.
I'm an American. I am the danger.
I was like, can I spot the vampire?
I'm in danger.
She will
Does that
push
mean
you.
shit to me?
Before we do go down here, I'm Miss Shade.
Oh, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Moosehorn.
Makes me think that your ancestors must have been painters.
Perhaps.
Oh, this ain't so bad. This ain't the worst thing I've ever seen. You ever see goats attacked by a chupacabra? And he'll continue, just heading down the hill, down the hall.
She'll kind of like. No. Let's focus on the imminent danger down the hole. Yes.
Why are we going down the hole?
Have I just
Why
been
not?
abandoned here, by the way?
I ain't moved. Still in the room. Oh, your family. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, they've left.
Oh, great.
You must
That
have been
feels
caught
even
up
worse,
in
because
the.
now they have time to prepare.
You must have been caught up in the moment, examining what's happened.
Fox, how obvious do you look in terms of like?
The
Her
brown
eyes
eyes would probably be the
definitely.
giveaway. Yeah.
Her eyes definitely give her away, and a lot of her facial structure is Romany,
You said
and
she's
she
got
does have
slight-
like a more sunny skin tone.
Okay, then I'll probably say something in Romany, like, "Are you Romany?"
My family were travelers.
Are you good?
What do you mean?
You look like a bunny in headlights. That does not make sense. Whatever the equivalent of
No,
1990s
it does. I mean, kind of.
And then I'll be like, "Is this you?"
I'm quite certain this is going to be blamed on me, whether it was or not.
Arch.
Something doesn't feel right.
Nope.
I'm gonna take a closer look at the seance setup in general, and if permitted, follow like gut feeling, which was one of the merits I took.
Okay, yep.
Trying.
We are at
see.
time, by the way. How are you guys good for like
15
15 minutes?
Maybe.
15, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying to like
So
decide if. Sorry.
yeah, basically, I want to like. I'm not sure if this is supernatural, but I want to like hone in on shit tight,
That's good.
just in case.
Yeah, you can roll with your +2.
Okay.
Trying to give a reason for Archie to stay rather than just playing.
Yeah, the curiosity is getting the best of Enid right now. She is inching towards that grandfather's clock.
He was hired, I guess, to look after Enid in a weird way, so I think he'll fall back on it.
Yeah, you're not sure, Tato, but you do, as a result of your, you do become slightly obsessed with this now.
Yeah.
So this is one of the conditions.
And I'm trying to, yeah. And now I'm trying to trace it back to the source. So.
So obsession is something on your character's mind. You just can't shake it when you're abiding by that obsession, exploring that emotion, or otherwise. You get 10 again on everything. You get rid of this condition once you've fulfilled the obsession or have therapy. Just
Lamau.
Yep. The woman's going to be like looking around. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm intrigued. I'm going down the hole. I'm following them.
I was gonna say, Vidoma has gone past her at this point because now her brain is like locked in.
Ooh, shiny.
Crow brain active.
Uh huh.
Is anyone not going in?
I'm going to regret this, aren't I? As I'm walking in.
No, you won't. It'll be fine. And she'll just smile, like, really happily.
Somebody's dead out there. This is not fine.
She will look very serious and very stern for a second. Like, you can see she was raised by nuns on her face with the just calm. And she'll go, people die every day. And then smile and go right back to being cheerful.
She's right.
Not normally in front of one's eyes. Not like that!
I'm following Enid. Patient.
Patient.
Like, it's weird because like I feel like Archie might get himself out of the situation, but I feel like he also feels like he's been employed, and that is just kind of like maybe he'll get something out of this right now. And follow up.
Where I grew up, this kind of stuff was left best behind closed doors with medical professionals.
What? Comes from the hallway past the clock.
Very softly, several feet behind you, Vidoma is like humming to herself to try to like mentally make sure she's not going out of it.
I have jambalaya.
That sounds delicious, and I hate you.
You will
I'm jealous.
find yourself in what appears to be an very old, cobweb-ridden set of stairs that lead down. You travel for what seems like forever, but it's a good 20 minutes of going down these stairs. When the ground levels out, you find yourself in a cobbled tunnel, which is held up by very old wood. Every so often there will be a stone archway, which, now you peer closer, some of these have what appears to be runes carved into them. You will progress through the first archway without a problem. The second archway without an issue. You will all proceed through the third archway, each of these having a different symbol upon them. You will pass through the third archway. However, Miss Shade will be walking along and will essentially, it will look like she's hit a glass wall. She will not
This
be
is
able
really
to
cool. Sorry.
progress
Mhm.
further.
I know what it is, and it's really cool. I like it.
I'm into it.
What is this?
Hell if I know.
How were you able to proceed through here?
We've all gone past without her.
Every single one.
Do I
To be honest.
recognize the symbols? Because I have like a specialization in religious history. So
You
would I
also
know
understand
them as-
Latin as well, don't you?
Yes, I do understand Latin.
So the symbol isn't Latin directly, but yeah, you can give me intelligence and occult or religion.
Does Miss Shade look like she knows more than what's going on? Oof.
She. Give me your wits, composure, or perhaps.
I have special investigation. I have a body language.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Clara, the first two runes are not all that clear. They appear to be protection against type things, but it's hard to make out what the protection against is for the first two archways. The third one is, hang on.
The specialization just add one for modifier.
Yes.
Is the word Striga.
Yeah, we all fucking knew it. All right.
Yeah. And I'm assuming I have no idea what that word means.
That's Latin.
Okay. Clara is just going to, like, eyes wide, and then immediately put Silas between herself and the woman, and then just start praying in Latin.
She will start frowning at you. The body language that she is showing is more frustration than anything else. Like, she does not seem fazed by what happened. You're not picking up any distress. This is...
Is it more she's annoyed that we got through and she didn't?
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
she wanted to go through?
Correct. Nothing else,
Okay.
though. Almost void of emotion outside of that.
Yeah, seems like this is the part where your journey ends. If you leave behind some contact information, be happy to stop by your place with drawings or some kind of a, I don't know, summary of an adventure.
I'm really glad I took the patient, otherwise I'd be stabbing a bitch right now.
She will, she'll try one more time to pass through the archway, and then we'll kind of like...
You seem disappointed that you can't get through.
Clara is just backpedaling, like, not letting her eyes off the woman, but just walking backward, like away from her. She's terrified.
Her eyes will quickly dart around you all. Naturally, one is frustrated when clearly I was not invited.
That must be very frustrating for you. I do apologize.
It's fine. She will say through gritted teeth.
So you want to, like...
I suppose one must go and inform the authorities of the grisly murder that has happened here tonight.
You want to leave me your contact information, like an address? We can get a hold of you, let you know what's up.
Assure you, I will find you if we need any further interactions.
Well, that would be absolutely delightful. What's your liquor of choice? I'd be happy to have a drink with you at some point.
My preference is a deep red number.
I'll be sure that truths get passed along around the right circles myself.
She will kind of again grit her teeth a little bit and be like, "Good day." And she will about turn. She will walk.
It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Indeed. I look forward to having that drink with you. See you soon.
I don't like her.
Oh, she's delightful.
The tunnel continues. You see more. So, Clara, has she's disappeared? Are you a bit happier with the situation now? Just to check, are you?
No, she is still absolutely fucking terrified, just constantly looking over her shoulder to make sure that woman is not behind.
I'm gonna look at Aiden's character and be like, what is it?
Enid, not
Enid.
Eden.
No,
Enid.
I said Aiden. I said Aiden's character.
Clara.
Oh, Aiden.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, me.
Clara.
She looks like shocked and not really in the moment, and she's just like muttering to herself that it's not possible and just no over and over again.
I think. Okay, I'm patient. I'm like, one sec. This is conflicting in my brain. I'm gonna let her mutter for a bit, and then like, if I feel like she's not gonna say it, I'll use intimidation. Like a bit more of a threatening thing of going. You have information that I need right now in this situation. Give me it. Not PvP. Just like snap out of it and let me know what the fuck's going on.
My question is, just put your knife away.
I don't
Yeah,
think I'd use my knife to threaten you.
She will
like, you're not a danger to me. You've just got the information. So I use a knife to threaten you. I'm using my
You're being patient.
presence.
Yeah. Patiently waiting with a knife, yes.
She'll like press her back against the wall, like now afraid of Archie, like Striga. That's not
Bless you.
possible.
What does Striga mean?
Sounds like a
Evil
German sneeze.
spirit, vampire.
Oh, she couldn't possibly be a vampire.
Vampires aren't real anyway.
I just totally look at it. Fox's character, like, yeah, the fuck you are.
Clara will look at Enid and just go,
You muted.
"You just saw a man's head spin all the way around on his shoulders. We're in a tunnel underground and a woman that was with us couldn't pass through an archway, and you're still questioning things.
That's right.
My suggestion is y'all do the American thing and you deal with this later in a bottle of whiskey. Come on.
This goes against all education I've ever had.
Some things can't be explained with science and can only be explained with faith.
Faith is not going to protect me from getting framed for murder, so fuck it, onwards. Androve, das drukas uname. As she's walking down the hall. Androve.
As the maid's walking with him, he pulls out a bottle of liquor that he stole from the building. Here you go.
Dog.
And back.
As you
What?
continue down this passageway, you will begin to encounter several alcoves. Some of the names have worn off, but you will make out above one the word Gawain. A few along will be the word Galahad. Another Percival. And then finally, the last alcove at the end of this tunnel is empty, with the exception of a locked iron chest. Perhaps about no more than 2 foot by a foot.
Oh my goodness, a chest. Let me
What?
see if it is locked.
Above this states Arthur. But yes, you are welcome to touch the chest. You're welcome to lockpick it.
Can I roll history on those names?
Yeah, of course you can.
Or academics? Yeah.
Yeah, intelligence academics.
Can I also do that?
Mhm.
And can I use my specialization in knowing the royal bloodline's history?
Damn it!
Yes.
Because that would be like myth and history.
Mhm.
Y'all out here with academics. I'm like, I could work that into occult urban legends.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Clara, they are names associated with Camelot, Arthur, Arthurian legends, the Round Table. They are indeed the knights, and then Arthur, of course, was king. It is the rumor.
She's gonna look just really confused now. She has no idea what's going on.
It's historical texts don't exactly exist depicting this. This is more, it's not believed to potentially be true, but it's kind of stories passed down that level of of fact. The lock will take some work, Silas, to pick, but eventually you will be able to open it.
Oh, look, this wasn't locked at all. Freak.
Inside, you will find a roll of very rough to the touch vellum. Unlike any vellum you have seen, you probably more than most, certain scripture is written on vellum as opposed to paper. This is also warm to the touch. It is sealed with a wax seal, the picture of which depicts a sword nestled within a crown.
Being the American thief that he is, he picks it up and gives it a good look over.
Do you open it?
Well,
Can I see
once
and
we get-
recognize the seal before he does that?
You roll.
Click.
Yeah. How secret are you being with this parchment? I say
I
parchment.
have Viadoma's right next to me, and I'm. He's not stealthy. He's sly, quick. So it's like she's right there.
Okay, so yeah, you'd be able to see the seal. You recognize it as the seal of Arthur, Camelot, that kind of vibe. You crack it open. Initially, the words are kind of jumbled. The letters are confusing. They don't make sense. It's like they're written in a language you don't understand. Then they move around the page, and you read it as English. Clara, you would recognize it. It confuses your brain a little bit. You recognize it as English and Latin at the same time. Like you see both. It makes you blink at it. It does hurt your head a little bit. The letter reads, "To the one who finds this chamber. If you read these words, then the vigil in London has broken, and its defenders have fallen. But the light does not go out so easily. You are now the flame bearer. You need not be noble by name, nor knight by oath, only resolute by heart. Within this chapel are the fragments of the table. Each seat awaits one who will rise to it. You may choose them, but choose wisely. The sins of our past echo in blood. Your Merlin will find you, or you them. They are not always who we expect. Restore what can be restored. Burn what must be burned. Remember, monsters may wear crowns and drink wine in marble halls, but they still cast shadows. You are Arthur now. Signed, E.R.
I am Arthur now. What is the biggest, fanciest chair at the table?
There's nothing yet. As you
Damn
finish
it!
reading the parchment, the wall.
Yeah, it said the fragments are beneath
The wall beside you begins to crumble. The stones fall, revealing a chamber beyond. A large, round table, cracked down the middle, takes up the majority of the room. It is something of a chapel, an ancient stone chamber, hidden. It is crumbling. It is partially flooded. You see shields hanging in disarray. You see names, now familiar, carved into the stone seats around this table.
You already know which one I'm going for.
And that is where we will end the session 0.
God damn.
We will pick
I
things...
slit all the throats of the women and I start.
I might be the one you have the hardest time doing that.
I was being really patient, all right?
You're being very patient.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right.
I find it funny that I pulled the scroll that has Excalibur on it from a chest, which one could also consider a lock.
Ha! Clever.
I'm saying nothing.
I gotta stop being a thief. I gotta be king of England.
Do you know what? I can believe in American.
Why not
thinking
both?
the King of England now.
Isn't that
I
a
just
12-year-old girl?
I should have left. Why didn't I leave?
Why not both?
All right, guys.
I just want to point out.
Right, I do need to go.
Yeah, I know we've overrun a little bit, so thank you guys for being here. I know session 0 is always a bit awkward, especially when you're going through all character creation stuff, but we got there. We managed to get the session done as well, and we should be good to go. Feel free to fire questions at me after we've gone off stream and or throughout the week. That is going to be it today. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys in the chat for hanging out with us. As always, very much appreciated. Please like, share, subscribe, and drop us a comment below. We do read every single one. That's it for today. We'll be back on Friday for some further Out of the Abyss shenanigans. Until then, please do take it easy. And as always, if it's easy, take it twice. Cheers, guys. Good night. Have a good week.
Boy.